Huh?
Well, at the very least, we
Hello,
got
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Mehcast. And oh, what a motley crew we are. So,
indeed.
Ben says just finished making food after, and the message disappeared.
By the way, Alex, you know how cursed
Alrighty
the
then.
you
Once
know
I
how
finish eating
cursed
and cleaning dishes, I'll join. Okay.
you know how cursed the Chips Ahoy commercials are.
Well, I remember the one with the cookie singing "Don't You Want Me, Baby."
Well, the cookies, because there were four of them in the car.
Oh yeah. Well, there was one later on where it was just one.
Eh.
Well, there was also the one where there were also a couple where cookies were trying where these ladies where the cookies were with these ladies, and well, they look to be wanting to have certain relations with those cookies.
I have a feeling they weren't looking for
Eh.
nothing but a good time.
Oh yeah.
We have game audio? Yes, we have game audio. Awesome.
Hello, kitty cat.
I don't know how to say this, but good luck. Yes, good luck is going to be required, considering I do not remember Olivine City Pokemon Gym Leader Jasmine. Winning Trainer
Yes.
Slash. So yes. But yeah, I kind of had to skip last time, because I was trying to get Sonic Adventure 2 finished.
He's saying hello.
Which one is this?
Huh?
Huh?
I'm talking to Mason. Which cat is this?
This is Finn. He's the youngest.
So
And
he
there's
is.
me who let my hair grow out probably longer than I should have.
Yeah.
Right now I look like if Kaiser Neko and Lanny Vitor had a baby. Because I
boy,
also
they
got that
don't want to think
overbite.
about that.
Or they did the fusion dance.
Yeah, too late. Because you're seeing it. Alright, let's just go back to Iago there.
Oh, the very least. Oh, the very least. Let's see which one.
Hi,
Yes,
this is
Gizmo.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Okay. I'm just putting in your stream, Alex.
Alrighty then.
So after Olivine City, you follow the pinned messages I gave you on Discord. You'll find your way.
Okay. The walkthrough says Cyanwood City.
Well, that's wait. You didn't beat Chuck, did you?
Who's Chuck?
The fighting type gym leader.
Hang on.
Didn't he also used to be a Texas Ranger?
That's Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris!
Give me a sec. My dog wants to go upstairs.
Where was that?
Huh?
Okay. Hang on.
Alright.
Okay, gear.
Yeah.
Slash. Playtime. Yeah, I missed the fifth one.
That's one of the easiest gyms, too, I think.
Well, considering
I
I'm
don't know.
probably over-leveled as fuck for it.
Yeah. Which starter did you pick again?
Cyndaquil. Defeating Bugsy awards a Hive badge.
Yeah. Actually, what does Lanny Vitor look like now?
Lanny
'Cause I
Vitor looks
think-
quite muscular.
Yeah, I think Lanny
Kaiser
Vitor is
Neko
actually
still looks as
lost
pathetic
weight.
as he always has.
Oh, fuck. He doesn't even look the same anymore.
No. Starting
Let
to look
me
like
see.
me. With more beard.
Fuck, I gotta link this.
Goldenrod. Bill, radio tower magnet, goldenrod. Okay, so I beat Miltank. Somehow.
And meanwhile, here's me looking like the poor man. Oh shit!
Do I
Says
need
my
to
files
go
are
to
too powerful.
Ekrutik? Who's the...
Hmm?
No, that's ghost type. Okay, Ekrutik is
You already
ghost
beat
type.
Morty.
Yeah. Olivine City. Yeah.
Oh, jeez,
Good
Rick, I don't want to
Olivine.
be a gym leader anymore. Why did you talk me into this?
I went to the battle tower.
Why did you go to the battle tower?
Well, I think I went to the battle tower. I can't remember.
Alex, is that what Lanny Pator really looks like?
Hang on. Let's pull the Discord over into the other window.
Broadcast chat.
Yeah.
Damn. Like, he used to look more similar to Gozar. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I couldn't tell you for absolute certain that that's him. Check out any of the recent TFS commentary videos.
And I'm probably gonna get roasted for posting what I think looks like a poor man's version of how Lanny Pator looks like nowadays, but I'm always up for a good roasting, so here you go. That time I walked out in the rain just to get some pizza, and this was the aftermath.
He teaches at Austin Community College? What the fuck? Yeah, that is him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Gizmo.
Shit.
Yeah, that...
Hang on, I got a phone
bunch of other
call.
pictures are on his LinkedIn.
I thought I'd get in early before I start my own stream.
Okay, so you got a So Gizmo, you got a link for us?
I got a knock 'em.
Seattlewood City, Olivine.
You wouldn't get this from any other guide. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Got to make you understand. Never gonna give you up, let you down, or desert you.
What? Oh, hi.
What the fuck was that?
Apparently, ASAP made a little AI voice of Yahtzee doing a Rickroll.
Okay.
I just kind of lowered the volume on my end so that I swear the DS emulator really is not that reliable. You know what it makes me wish I had, Asa?
Yes.
That I had a 3DS capture card.
God.
So that would not be a problem.
So what is on the menu today, folks?
I'm playing Soul Silver.
Yeah, right now we're waiting on Ben to get back. Unless, of course, you want to be the news monkey today.
You gotta let him see the news, Alex, because he's not included in there.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I forgot about that. I was meant to ask about that.
By the way, Asa, I have named my entire team in Pokemon on Soul Silver after various parts of Led Zeppelin.
Ah.
We have Zeppeli the Quilava, Martinez the Staravia. Nobody noticed the fact that I actually used Pokegen to get that one in there. Because that's the only way you're going to get trade Pokemon in this game. Trust me on this.
They're still doing that shit. You can only get certain evolutions to get certain. You can only get certain evolutions by trading.
Yeah. Horsey.
All right.
Well, actually, hey, here's the thing, Gizmo. Seadra evolving into Kingdra has always been in that way.
We just
But you
haven't
need
been using the organizing section at all lately.
YNH, you should not have. You should not have shown me this website because now I'm having too much fun with it.
Anyway, then we have Paige
Yeah.
the Flaffy, Lee the Heracross, Stairway to Heaven in the Gengar, and Kashmir the Horsey.
Oh, I have
Alright.
too much fun with it myself. I trolled Kevin plenty of time with it, too.
Okay, Asa, I added you to the list of people who can access news and topic suggestions, so just search marker and then pick the most recent date.
Marker.
I'm
Yeah, up
struggling
in
with
the upper right-hand corner. We use that to mark out what goes where.
Threads, pinned messages. What?
I
Wait,
trolled
So
Where-
Kevin by...
I just
Make-
scrolled all the way to the bottom. How about that?
okay, so that'll be
Dungeons.
marker where it says where Kevin. I'm just gonna copy message a link. There,
Okay, I have.
click on that.
Click on that. All right.
I
So,
have to figure out where to go in Pokemon.
what do I need to write?
Alex, I remember
need-
I remember you said you beat Jasmine, but you forgot to beat Chuck.
Oh, how do I beat Chuck?
You gotta beat up his Primeape
Yeah.
and his Poliwrath.
Chuck isn't on the guide.
Thank God.
Yes, he is.
Thank God. The Last of Us is not happening. Oh,
I literally mentioned the gym leader, or you have to be in Cyanwood City.
It's the
Studio
Last of Us.
Puro founder, Naruto
Bad.
anime producer Yuji Nunokawa passes away at 75.
Yeah. Admittedly, I did kind of grow up with Naruto. Oh, back when it was airing in 05, in the
Oh.
US.
Do I need to read that article or?
No.
We're just going off the headline, really.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're just
so
going off the
I'll just
headline.
say
Kind of.
Studio Puro.
We kind of
Studio
read it,
Puro,
but didn't.
Studio Puro founder, Naruto anime producer Yuji Nunokawa passes away at 75. But regardless, Ichigo still beats the fuck out of Naruto.
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
hang on. The walkthrough has Cyanwood City is taking place after the Olivine.
No. Well,
Hang on a second.
it's supposed to be before that, but
because it's on Route 43.
well, anyway, go beat up Chuck.
Not to
Okay.
piss on Nunokawa's grave, but
No, don't.
not to piss on Nunokawa's grave, but Bleach is better than Naruto.
Fuck Nort.
Meanwhile-
My homies hate Nort.
Meanwhile, people are trying to convince me that a guy like Obito, who has never done any planetary level feats, is somehow planetary, and I say to that, no,
he?
no,
Oh,
he's
okay.
not. He has never done anything planetary with the power he's garnered from the Ten Tails. He's
And I
literally.
I can't believe Sam Raimi was going to be the Last of Us director.
Yeah,
that would have been better.
Neil Druckmann says Sam Raimi's The Last of Us film fell apart as the execs constantly asked for things to be bigger and sexier. And
I thought they wanted
what?
strong females.
well, I just wonder what were they expecting? Like, I want to see this fucking movie now. You know?
You kind of don't because it's The Last of Us anyway, but
Yes, but it's Sam Raimi directing a zombie movie.
that's
Sam
true.
Raimi were making any video game movie, I'd be a little excited. But Last of Us, I think that would just basically improve The Last of Us in general. Considering
Well,
what we
that's-
had.
Let's see.
That's
Nintendo
right.
America. Anna is an aspiring merchant who travels about each country in search of expensive-looking treasure. What is this?
Oh yeah. Did you saw the picture of Ellie in The Last of Us versus Ellie in The Last of Us TV show, right?
Is she still going to be lesbian? Of course she is.
She's
Yeah.
also going to look incredibly ugly. No offense to the actress, but dear God, you look nothing like that character.
Not only does she look nothing like it, at least she plays a more believable lesbian now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so they recast Anna, her voice actress,
Ellie's
got-
voice actress was Ashley Johnson.
No, Anna.
He's talking about Fire Emblem. So what happened?
Yeah, so-
They just
Karen
fuck.
Nintendo.
Strassman.
What's the news here?
They recasted Karen Strassman for Monica Rial.
I guess why people hate it.
It's supposed to be coming out this month.
So they recast her. Isn't that the same person that was doing their Bayonetta voice?
No, that's Jennifer
That's
Hale.
someone else. Yeah.
Okay. So Nintendo's just getting rid of their high name actresses and replacing them with
Other high
Yeah,
name
with the
actresses.
Bayonetta
cheaper
one, that was
options.
with the Bayonetta one, that was an entirely different case altogether because she said that she was being paid a certain amount, and then Nintendo reveals that's not the case. She was going to pay this amount, even though
Do we want to write jokes to this effect, or are we just reading the news out?
I mean, that depends. That entirely depends on what we can wring out of the fucking.
The thing is like Monica Rial is literally just doing the same voice that she's been doing for years, which is she could either do.
It's not like she doesn't have
whiny
range,
schoolgirl, or she whines.
Yeah, it's not like she doesn't have range, but dear God,
Is Monica Rial the new Anna then?
Monica Rial is incredibly annoying.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that she is a horrible human being.
Yeah.
I see we have a bunch of a Team Vic people in this chat.
Exactly.
We do. I recall you, Asa, being
I'm on the
neutral
fence.
because
Yeah,
you shit all over both Vic and Monica. Before.
Right, I shit on both of them because I think they're both horrible human beings. So
No, Vic's perfectly fine. Like, he didn't do anything illegal. He's not even really done anything.
But he
really
gets a little
morally
too
questionable.
He gets a little. I don't know. He gets a little too touchy feely and sniffy with his
No,
fans.
that's fake. That's
No.
fake.
That's literally fake.
Yeah, those allegations have been.
We've
pretty
debunked
popular.
those before, Asa.
Like,
I don't know.
this
I've seen the actual footage of him at cons. He does.
right.
I mean,
And
that's fair.
all.
he
that
is
was all
he is a
consensual.
little creepy though, getting
Nope.
that close to
Nope.
them.
Nope.
No.
No, well, I know he's not, but the thing is, I understand why you'd think so because he's very, very passionate when it comes to his fans.
He's Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's an
Italians-
affectionate kind of
Italians
person.
by default are very handsy like that. Like they like
Yes.
to hug, they like to kiss the
True,
cheek,
but
that
I
kind of thing.
mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I get why you
Somebody
think so,
comes up,
but
somebody asks you for a
It
hug.
puts me off.
Hug, that's.
I get
like,
why you
what are
think
you
he's a
gonna
little
do, say
creepy,
no?
but that's how he was raised.
Did every single one of them ask for it? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
Literally every single one of them asked for it.
They literally go up to Vic
You can
expecting
see
something.
100 If you wait in line and you see that 100 people got a hug before you, and you know that you're gonna get a hug if you
Right.
So
Like
you
they're
can
in
either,
line and they
so you can
happen.
either say, hey, oh, I don't want a hug, or you can get a hug. And the hug is not
It's not going to kill you.
exactly. Yeah, the hug is not going to kill you, and it's not exactly unexpected.
Yeah, I'm still on the fence. He reaches a little low for
No.
those hugs.
No, he doesn't.
Well,
that's
to be fair,
Photoshopped.
fans are going to be a little
It's
younger.
not that was photoshopped.
It's all
it's that-
Photoshop. Come on.
It wasn't that it was photoshopped. That was just fucking irrelevant. And like the person in that picture said that it was around the fucking waist. What are you gonna say? It's around the waist. That was some kind of that's somehow inappropriate. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Around the waist is that's already. I mean, just keep your hands on their shoulders or their back or something. I don't know.
That's arbitrary standards. That's irrelevant. And like fucking and the people who were accusing him were like, Monica Rial got her ass spanked at a con on DCW, honks women's boobs at cons and things like that. And like,
Monica Rial has definitely gone full Momokun on people.
Yeah.
And not only that,
okay. Hey, no.
Monica Rial has
I
also
seriously
flirted with
hope
one of my
that she hasn't
buddies,
gone full Momokun, because Momokun has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying that Momo-kun was accused of doing exactly the same shit, and it was proven. You can see the footage of her.
Yeah,
to
Momo-kun
both
was also
genders.
doing it.
Oh shit, I went
and
there.
pretending to be autistic so that she
Yeah,
could get out of it.
and now she does porn.
Yeah.
She used to do, borderline, softcore porn. Now she does just
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, now she does full on porn.
Oh yeah,
Like
and most
Belle
recently,
Delphine.
now Vic
Who
McGeon has
remembers
been doing
Belle
a lot of
Delphine?
Yeah,
I do.
Wait, are you about to tell us that Vic Mignogna's doing porn? Holy shit!
I was gonna say no. What I was gonna say was
God.
he's
Oh
doing
God.
he's doing voice calls now. So there, I don't know if you any of you know the most recent controversy of him doing a voice call with a bunch of female.
Yeah, we already discussed this. Nothing.
Oh, that
burger.
one. Yeah, no, we talked about that. That was
yeah,
fucking
we already
stupid.
Hey, so
Yeah, it was literally just an act. It was literally an accident, and nobody on the podcast really talked about it. And it wasn't like anybody cared either. But the usual crowd were like, "Oh, he purposely flashed his dick at people." I'm like,
he was wearing underwear.
Yeah, he was wearing underwear. This is not the
It's still questionable.
The dark side. No, it's not. This
no,
is the equivalent
it's
of dark side
questionable.
Phil.
Well, it's like
it's not dark side Phil fapping.
It's entirely innocent. Like you can't.
At this point,
you expect to be wearing pants all the time. I'm during streams. Are you that cautious at home?
Yeah, because if I'm gonna go online, you better believe I don't want any. I don't want any.
In a hot room.
People have been caught doing way worse shit than that.
Hold up for a minute, though. Hold up for a minute.
They just complained about that because Vic Man bad.
Yeah,
it was like I think I remember.
That's the thing is I don't think Vic Man bad. I just think he's just as bad as Rial, in my opinion.
No.
That's just me.
That's not really
wrong,
fair.
though.
But
Change my mind.
You've come to that conclusion based on incomplete information, and that is what they wanted you to come to. They wanted to.
Some of it might be accurate though, like him being handsy, but that's just him.
You're saying I'm thoroughly incapable of coming up with my own idea on this one.
No, I'm saying that's the conclusion they wanted you to come to.
Well, whether it is the one that they wanted me, and
that is the conclusion. That they created the propaganda that led people to come to that conclusion.
Well,
so what it is that I get why you'd believe some of.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. At the start of this whole drama,
I just go by what I've seen. I mean, in my opinion, they're both a little too.
And like I get why you think, and I get why you would think of. Vic.
I wouldn't excuse either one of them. That's all I'm saying.
Sure, but you have to understand that a lot of what's said and posted, while some of it is accurate, like the live footage, like him always hugging, kissing cheeks, that kind of thing, being close to his fans, yeah, that's accurate. There's no way you can doctor that. Some of the stuff is, like how there was someone who posted up on Facebook, a girl with a censored up face, blurred and shit, being hugged by.
And then that girl came out and said, "I asked him to hug me for that picture."
That poster said that. Claimed to be that girl and said, yeah, there was someone that claimed to be that girl and said he was molested by Vic. And then the actual girl in that photo actually commented on that same photo saying, no, actually, that's me. He didn't do any of this and that. All she did was give me a kiss on the cheek, hug, and autograph so-and-so. So what you're saying is lying. So if anything, well, yeah, I guess I can see why you believe a lot of what's being said. You gotta dig a little deeper.
Yeah. Well, either way,
that's all.
Either way, I'm gonna have to sit there with a sign saying
it's a conclusion based on incomplete information.
Rial and Manana are practically the same thing, only
they're not though. Like Vic is not a massive cock online. And he is not somebody who makes he's not somebody who makes.
Don't block you for opinions.
He does not make the products he is involved with worse by being involved with them. I mean, he doesn't try to change. He doesn't try to change things to meet his agenda. He doesn't.
He hasn't tried
his
to
fans online. You know,
He hasn't threatened the FBI and law enforcement over mean tweets.
Which Monica has
Yeah.
done multiple times.
Why are we standing him anyway?
Because innocent until proven guilty. He has not been taken to court
I think
or by any of his
I
so-called
think
victims.
Austin might have been making a joke, like if he hasn't done this stuff, of why hasn't he? You know, but
I've always said
Because I mean,
that
at the end
usually
of
a lot of people that are guilty, they wouldn't go through this and still go to court, especially Supreme Court.
yeah.
I suppose so.
Thing is,
I will
thing
say,
is-
I think I don't think Vic's lawyer was a good lawyer.
Yeah, we can agree to that. It wasn't the right
honestly,
time.
like,
nor was
That's
the right
one thing
lawyer.
that Gallon
I could
Dunn
make
and
a
I
more
will
objective
probably
assessment
disagree
of
with
if
about.
Ty was a good lawyer if it wasn't for the fact that I don't think anybody could have made a good case with that judge at that time, because
No.
he was running. There are a couple of things. He was running for office at the time, and he was trying to look good, and he very clearly went in with a bad attitude in general because he fucked everyone in that courtroom. Like,
Both sides.
yeah, like he fucked everybody, and it only kind of came out in their favor because he dismissed Vic's claims. He didn't go over any of their counterclaims. He didn't help them at all. He just kind of stopped the lawsuit where it was.
So
And,
I have to ask, how exactly did he lose if
like, Ty had some
they didn't
technical
win?
issues. Ty had some technical issues with his
Technical issues,
with
lack
his
of evidence.
filings, but
Just saying.
everybody had technical issues with those filings that weekend, and every fucking like the system went down for like 5-6 hours that day, and like pushed everything past their filing deadlines. So, like if you want to try and say, hey, they should have gotten it in earlier, or I mean,
They couldn't.
maybe, but they had plenty of
Basically,
time, and the fucking system crashed. You can't predict this stuff.
Even
No,
if
you
it wasn't
can't.
Ron Tory,
At the end of the day, he still lost in court.
Yeah, but good lawyers lose in court too.
Yeah.
it's like here's another example. For a guy who did do it, let's say, he would go through court, and if he lost, that's it. He would have to deal with fees, jail time, that kind of thing.
Well, that
For a guy
that-
who doesn't do it, for
Yeah,
a guy who
trying to
didn't
say-
do it and kept on saying do it, he lost that court battle, sure. But
Yeah,
now
this
he's
is
going to like the Texas Supreme Court, going to the United
this
States
isn't
Supreme
a civil.
Court.
This is a civil trial, not a criminal.
Criminal case.
So
Right,
people keep
it's-
trying to say, this case proved this and this and this, when
It's still a
in
libel
reality,
suit.
all it did,
It's still a
and it
libel
didn't-
suit, and he lost.
Yeah,
And I
it
feel
didn't
like
didn't prove that
That he was
It
a
didn't prove that-
predator.
any of that stuff at all.
No.
Well,
But,
because guess what
it also didn't prove. It also didn't prove that libel happened here. That's
here's
that's
the problem. It did prove that libel happened, but the judge applied a heightened standard of malice to the to it, and basically rewrote contract law from the bench, which is not something that you should ever have happen, but it did. So
So I'll leave it to the law tubers to digest this
I mean,
one.
if you want to see somebody explain it, just watch like Ricada, because Nick has made several videos on this.
Is Ricada on Vic's side on this one, or
Yes.
Yeah,
He's the guy that helped
Like, he's
make
a
the
bunch of other people have broken this down too. Or like this is not just me.
Perception
armchair
check
quarterbacking
also
this.
had Perception check is also looked into this, and
Wait,
the
how
open
does
chest
this
anime.
How does this chat feel about Ricada in general? Because I mean, I'm on the
I
right
mean,
now. I'm on the trolling
I don't really
Ricada
have any
bandwagon.
opinion
Why?
of Ricada, to be honest with you. I
Why?
don't.
Wait.
Watch his
Why
stuff.
am I on the trolling Ricada bandwagon?
Yeah,
No, he
Because
does have fun, man.
Because it's funny as fuck
yeah, but like about what?
about his wife. Did you see any of my videos recently about?
I mean,
He recently made a video about like how he made fun of him because he had this little like cock and ball.
Because he went he went to Cock Island to get cocked. I mean, that's funny as fuck.
I mean,
Asa,
no,
you
he
just make
didn't,
fun of everybody,
but,
don't you?
I do.
Everyone's on his
Okay,
fuck. What are you
well,
talking
hey.
about? He does it to everybody, even his best. Even his close
Asa, there's a
friends.
picture of me.
Well,
Roast
at least
me.
he's equal opportunist.
Yeah.
Asa, there's a picture of me on the broadcast
I mean,
chat. Roast me.
He made fun of Silent Rob. He made fun of Razor Fist. He makes fun of a lot of people.
Well, at least,
I try to
like I
keep
said-
it in good fun, though.
well, like I said, at the very least, you're consistent.
But that,
Actually,
yeah,
I
that
already
has-
roasted myself earlier because
I will
I was
applaud
on
your
the-
consistency,
uh,
Asa.
I don't know if I would call Rakita a credible source. Here's a guy who
Considering
considering the fact,
absolutely is a
considering the
credible source.
fact,
he
considering the
recently
fact-
lost his shit on MDMA, and then
Like what,
Well, I
he took
haven't heard about
MDMA?
this. What happened?
yeah, but he was
Sorry.
on MDMA, and he was just saying all sorts of fucked up shit about how he
Nick-
loves to. Yeah, Nick is a little fucking unhinged.
I mean, like,
I
so
wouldn't
what
hire him
was he
as my
talking
lawyer.
about? What was he talking about?
he's not
Well,
even in that kind of lawyer.
Yeah,
So
no,
seriously, tell me
he's
what
not a
he's
lawyer.
talking about.
He's the lawyer. He's the quote unquote lawyer who brings the real lawyer to the table, and that real lawyer ends up being your lawyer.
But no,
He's-
seriously, like what
he's just-
did he say on MDMA?
No, like he streamed live while he was
Okay,
while
what did
he
he
was
say?
coming down from MDMA. Oh, like it's on Kiwi Farms all over the place on Kiwi Farms.
Okay, but could you
MDMA?
like explain it?
Yeah, he talked about his flings that he's had that apparently it's all deflection about what happened in Jamaica with his wife. Why he never explained why he was alone drinking and his wife was nowhere to be seen.
Oof.
I mean, he's alone drinking and his wife is nowhere to be seen for
Jamaica.
how many hours a week when he live streams?
Exactly, and then when she appears, she's with freaking Drex. And mind
I fucking
mind
love
you,
Drex.
all the I don't know.
Like,
He's a cuck.
You're
He's
reading
very-
you're reading a
he's-
lot of things in that are completely inconclusory. Like the guy, like you see the guy like what 3-4 hours a day out of a given day, and he's like doing all kinds of other shit the rest of the day. Hey, you don't know what the fuck he's up to the rest of the day.
No, I don't know what the fuck anybody's up to really, but
Like this is the
I
most
don't know.
worthless trolling endeavor I've ever fucking heard of too.
Funny though.
Like seriously,
what the
hey, there are more.
what the whole cuck event, cuck week
Yeah.
that he went to in Jamaica. Why would you go to a cuck week in
Do you
Jamaica? And
think
why
he-
would you have
like why would
whole
you think
bunch
he
of-
knew about that?
why would you have a whole bunch of women stomp on you and shove a beer bottle up your ass and all that other shit like
God.
Shits and giggles.
for shits and giggles? So you don't think he
Yes.
has a sexual deviance that he's? I mean, the event was
I
called
mean-
Hedonism 2 for fuck's
Like-
sake.
Like, dude, it's one thing if he has a thing for BDSM, like lips and shit. It's like,
Right,
talking
but he
about
went
cuck.
to a literal cuck event in Jamaica.
Right.
Like, that's called Cuck Week.
Again. Like, do you know that he knew about that?
He knew
It's
that
on
he
their
knew about
fly- It's everywhere on their flyer, bro.
But
You think he didn't know he went to Cuck Week? I
mean,
call
once
bullshit
he
on
was
that.
there was probably no way to get around it, but
Hold on. Let's be fair though. Let's be fair. If I suddenly go to Disneyland and they keep on and they give me a pamphlet that keeps advertising their all-you-can-eat buffet, well, I don't think they're ever going to do that. But let's just say for an instance, let's just say they have a flyer that keeps on advertising their all-you-can-eat buffet, like 90% like across the page, while everything is just in little digits, like oh yeah, like and you can go on a cruise and shit like
Events
that.
here.
That's it.
You don't think he was?
it's like-
You don't think he was aware of the fact that it was?
Well,
a
I'm
Cuck-
sure he was
Cuck event?
you couldn't very easily not be aware
aware,
of an
which
event
is why it
going
was
on.
all over the pamphlet. So
Oh,
like, there's no way. So maybe
But
he was
the
aware of
event
it. He just,
itself is called Cuck Week, and
Yes.
he went on Cuck Week.
okay, that's that's a little sus.
This is correlation. This is a correlation equals causation argument, and this is fucking irrelevant. This objection.
It's not irrelevant. It's on their
objection,
it's
Your
on
Honor.
the
Facts not in evidence.
I mean, it's on the flyer.
Objection, Your Honor. Facts not in evidence.
There's a daily schedule of what things are happening, and everything falls under cuck. I mean,
right. And once you get there, you will know about that. Before you get there, there is a high likelihood
that you won't know.
Yes.
Why?
Why not?
No, he's saying Asa is saying it like this.
I can't. You're doing the same thing. You're doing the same atheism argument. You can't prove a negative here. It's like,
right.
What the fuck are you guys debating about?
That's a very.
I'm debating on whether Ricade is a cuck, and he went to Cuck Week, and he has a cuck fetish, and he did streams.
When does
and
he
he
have
did
a cuck
stream.
fetish? Where does it say he has a cuck fetish?
He
Guys,
did streams
okay,
about.
we aren't doing this.
Yes, he has talked about stuff like that. He's also said that it's very
While
bad.
Grex is wearing a Cuck Commander shirt.
Yes, a Cuck Commander shirt that Nick came up with.
Talking about cuckoldry.
Yes, talking about
that's
something does not.
And this is before he became a big law tuber or anything. Yes. What?
Talking about does not equal endorsement.
Well, yeah, it's sort of like
fucking retarded.
How we're all talking. It's basically how we're talking about.
I just got here.
I'm sorry.
I'm bringing you all in. I'm grabbing my Texan rope. I'm bringing you all in.
Come on, guys. Let's move on.
Unfortunately, we do have another. Unfortunately, there was
about...
another bit of Vic news to get through. So why don't we get through that before we get back to the rest of the topics?
I was going to talk about Sam Raimi's The Last of Us. Unless
we already talked about that, and unfortunately,
that was a horrible. That was a horrible.
I want to say, we went from potentially having a Sam Raimi Last of Us movie, which sounds amazing, to whatever the fuck the show is.
Show that I'm not going to watch.
We can all agree that none of us are. Look, we can all agree we're not watching that shit.
Also, can we talk about how Joel's dead daughter's now black?
I had to step away for a minute. What the fuck?
What?
Yeah. You guys didn't know?
No. Okay, fill me in.
Yeah. Okay. If you look at the casting, Joel's daughter from the beginning of the game is black in the show now.
What?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Wait, so that's not the picture anymore now?
No.
Oh no, that's
Ellie. Is not his daughter.
That's Ellie.
The other daughter.
Yeah. Oh, like his real daughter.
His real daughter, the one that died at the beginning of the game. I'm talking about her. Like she's black now.
What's even the point of this?
So's the Little Mermaid, apparently. So
yeah, what is the literal point of gingers? What is the literal point of doing that when the character dies at the beginning anyway?
They claim that they're trying to be accurate to the characters, and you look at like,
anything that accurate. That makes it funnier that they're just repeating the black person dies first trope in movies.
When you look at the castings, you the only one that looks slightly accurate is Joel, and that's it. Like Ellie does not look like Ellie. This looks like a fucking preschooler acting as. No offense to the actress playing the role, but it does not look or fit the part.
No, I think this is worse for the actress though, because I think this is worse for the actresses and actors. Because let's be fair, let's be fair. It's not the actors or actresses' fault if a character gets race swapped. Let's be fair there, because they're just there for a job that they want to do. They want to act as a character. Let them live their dream. But it's the fact that they think that they have to race swap a character for either dumb reasons or for no reason at all. Stuff like this in The Little Mermaid, it makes no sense at all. People are going to be like, oh, but what about Nick Fury in the MCU? It's like, okay, that's Ultimate Nick Fury, though.
That's Ultimate Nick Fury from the comics.
That's an entirely different can of worms you're asking me to open up. That's Cajun flavor. We're asking about, sweet and sour right over here.
Yeah,
it's always the gingers that get race swapped too.
Yeah, that's also another thing. A lot of people are noticing. A lot of redheads are getting the boot too. Like Jimmy Olsen.
But why though?
I don't know. That's just something I found that I find weird. It's
Jimmy
like,
Olsen can't catch a fucking break. The CIA agent who was pretending to be him in BVS, he wasn't redheaded. You got black-bald Jimmy Olsen in the Supergirl show, and that show is goddamn fucking trash.
Why
Yeah,
does
but
Hollywood
Most of the shit on the
gingers?
WB is.
Why?
CW.
I'm so confused by
Yeah,
this.
CW,
Why
CW, which
does
stands for cringe warning.
Yeah, cringe
no?
warning.
Why? I just have to ask. Why is Hollywood so scared of like
Hang on,
redheads?
I'll give them Arrow season 1, and that's about it.
Arrow.
I'll give them...
Arrow season 1. That's it.
Season 1, the concept.
I'll even give them. I'll even be nice and give them Flash season 1, and that's
I
about
I
won't
would
it.
be
give them
that
season
nice.
2
I'll
for
give
that as
them-
well.
I'll
Concept
give them
of Legends
Arrow
of
season
Tomorrow,
1,
though, I love.
Smallville, and Supernatural, and that's as far as I'll go.
They did Smallville, of course they did.
No,
Well,
Smallville
Smallville was one they
Riverdale was
inherited from
hilarious.
WB.
You won't even give them Arrow, huh?
Right.
Riverdale was hilarious.
Okay.
Though.
Riverdale-
Okay, let's go. Let's
Just
go.
because
Riverdale was
Guys,
Riverdale
let's
is
move
hilarious
on.
in all the
Yeah, let's
wrong
move on.
ways.
All right, we're moving on.
Yeah.
I think I just got
before
robbed.
Just got yeah. That is literally the
All right. Before we get to the Vic thing, I just saw this on my feed and I have to share it. This is stupid. Horizon Zero Dawn remake is rumored to be in development, but not at Guerrilla Games. First off, why the fuck are the original devs not making this? Secondly, why is Horizon Zero Dawn getting a remake when it just got a
The
PS5
Last
performance
of Us
update?
got a remake.
No, but here's the thing, though. It's one thing if it was The Last of Us, that's almost close to like 10 years old at this point.
Yeah, but The
This
Last
game
of
is
Us
like-
remake looks worse.
It
The
does.
New Horizon Zero Dawn is like what, like a few years old?
Yeah, it's a few years old.
I
It
wouldn't-
came out like 5 years ago, right?
Very most, if I want a remake of a game, I would give it, let's say, 25 years at the most, 20 in the least. You know,
And
why would
here's the thing that's more ridiculous. Just a few days ago, it got like a huge performance boost on the PS5 with this big old update, and now all of a sudden, oh, it's going to get remade. Why remake it when you're already patching the old one?
that game looks boring anyway, man? Like they could be remaking any other game at this point. They could be
They fucked up
remaking.
the sequel. The first one's fine.
They could be remaking Medieval 2. They could be remaking Silent Bomber. They could be remaking Tombow 1 and 2. But no, let's give it to the game that's barely 5 years old.
Anyway, let's.
I would
Anyway,
watch.
alright, let's talk
I would
about the
watch
Vic
the Tombo
thing.
movie
I'll-
too.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
that'd be
talk
awesome.
about the Vic thing. The Supreme Court of Texas opted to deny Vic's case, so he may now try the Supreme Court of the United States. Now, something to note, and Kevin pointed this out. I'm gonna read this. He posted from useful mistake on Peewee Farms, quote unquote. Interesting tidbit: the Supreme Court of Texas denied his motion, not refused it. That means that they saw error in the court's judgment, but decided that the petition presents no error that requires reversal or that is of such importance to the jurisprudence of the state as to require correction.
Jurisprudence,
The
you mean?
rules. What?
Yeah. Prudence.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yes. The rules state that if the Supreme Court thinks that the applicate court did nothing wrong, they must instead refuse the petition. Anyway, Ty also has 15 days to file a motion of rehearing if he wants to, as per Rule 64.1. Quote unquote, Vic lost because the last thing says Vic lost because the trial court rewrote the entirety of contract law in addition to a shit public figure take. The appellate court was just too unwilling to reverse a clear error. So, what are our thoughts on this?
Well, his first mistake was doing this in Texas.
Yeah. Because it's
Yeah.
clear that if Johnny Depp did this in Texas, he would have lost the same way.
Anybody would have lost to that fucking judge.
To be fair, though, like, isn't Funimation located in Texas? I feel like you'd have to do
Nick
it.
is also
Yeah.
located in Texas, so...
Is it?
I think
Is
that's
it
a
really?
bigger.
Yes.
Funimation
Oh.
was located in Texas when this happened. I think there's some
Oh,
shit about
shit.
them being somewhere else now.
Huh.
Considering
That's like
that
cutting
they
yourself
folded
Yeah,
up
they
Crunchyroll.
since
sharks.
they merged with Crunchyroll.
That's like cutting yourself in a pool of sharks. I mean, you had to have expected something at this point.
Yeah. And
Money
not
was
only-
Vic trying to get from Funimation anyway.
He was trying to get
he
his
was-
job back and
he was trying to get his
delete
job.
those tweets.
At the,
Trying to get his job back.
at the,
'cause
all
they-
he wanted
'cause they
was
also
the
made
tweets
those
to be taken
tweets,
down,
yeah.
and that's it. He
I
said
would
he
not
told
want to come back
Funimation. He
on
told.
Pokémon.
Hang on.
Isn't Texas a right to work? Hang on, isn't Texas a right to work state anyway?
Yeah, but if you have
Sorta.
yeah, but this was a contract position, and the contract was broken.
Here's the thing.
The
Here's
breach
the
of
thing,
contract, and he wants to at least. I mean, because they're not obligated. Even if they force him to give him his job back,
Here's
they're
the
not
thing,
obligated to
with-
re-sign a contract with him.
I live in
They
Texas.
might-
Hang on.
If that was, hang on. So let me go ahead and say this: if that was ruled as a remedy, yes, they would be forced to re-sign the contract. In fact, if in the situation where they broke it, and this was something I can't remember or what, because it's been like 3 fucking years since this thing started. But yeah,
Almost
that is
4.
a potential, almost 4. Yeah, that is a potential remedy for the situation. Yes.
I don't see that work.
Here's the thing, and here's the thing, though. Like in Texas, I live in Texas. You can technically be fired for any reason by a business. This is legal in Texas.
Correct.
And here's the thing,
it's
like,
a right
if
to
they-
work state. They can fire you.
You know,
for,
but there are laws
My
against
state's the same
discrimination
way.
when it comes to being fired, but
What?
most cases are near impossible to win in Texas because you actually have to have video or audio about it, and businesses aren't stupid enough to say it out loud. So in Texas,
So this
being
is why
fired
Vic has a very
easy.
losing case here. I don't think Vic can
No,
win
this
on
is
that
not-
ground.
This is a completely different situation, and the biggest cause of action, and because the cause of action against Funimation included them and making those tweets alleging that he was harassing people and whatnot, and he was able to point to that and say, hey, that like that caused other damages, and one thing is Funimation, and this has come out since then, Funimation had hired him as a in a position where he was going to be a voice director with the company, and they broke that contract with him after that. And a contract is entirely different to like an independent work agreement. And so he moved.
I'd have to read the contract.
He moved out to Texas. He was living in California at the time. He moved out to Texas to get this job that they promised him, and then they broke that, and it's so they basically broke their promises to him, and that probably would have come out in court later on if it had gotten past TCPA. It didn't get past TCPA, and so we only found that out later, right? Because everybody was wondering, like, why is Vic moving back to Texas when he's pretty much got it made out in LA? And it was down to the fact that Funimation gave him a job that would have made him like a more senior part of management, and that
would have
got
probably
fucked
likely, yeah, and that would have likely led him to finding out certain skeletons in Funimation's
yeah.
closet.
Yeah, they
There's
Yeah.
a
they
video-
fucked that up,
Oh.
and then they fucked that up, and then like they made a big song and dance out of firing him, and like the main thing was
They
was a
waited,
foot
and they-
in the door, and the rest of it is all about Discovery, and the fact that Discovery ultimately didn't pan out was entirely down to the TCPA, and like Rial and Toye and Funimation and all they were planning on filing on getting Vic in for deposition, releasing his deposition, and then hitting the TCPA and not allowing him to depot any of them. And that they had to be strong-armed into not playing into not going for a low blow on that.
Oh, by the way, Paige evolved into Ampharos.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, and keep in mind
Alright,
that during all this fiasco, there's a lot of stuff that's been revealed, like whether it be possibly illegal activities, as well as just being against company policy. Like,
and
Funimation
Funimation got shut down.
Yeah, Funimation got shut down. Funimation was also doing they were doing quite a few, let's say, not exactly legal things, because there was that whole thing about not actually allowing people to cancel their Funimation subscriptions.
Yeah,
They just removed that from their website.
You know, Chris Sabat, right?
I do have to ask. Hang on. I do wonder if Crunchyroll or Sony shut them down because of all the illegal shit, and they just wanted to sweep it under the rug.
I don't know. Those fucktards still haven't gotten back to me about the fact that Broly was fucking green.
Broly
himself was supposed to be green.
Alex.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That wasn't Crunchyroll. That's Toei. They claim it's
no,
a
that
feature
wasn't
of the...
Toei. Toei doesn't have that problem on theirs.
No, they do.
Not to the same extent.
Toei in the Japanese release for Superhero, they do.
No, Superhero, yes.
They claim it was a feature.
Super Broly was not.
Oh, okay. Then it's just Superhero that Toei's fucking
There was some other things that have been revealed too, like some stuff that's apparently against company policy or whatever the hell, whatever jargon you want to use. Like for example, what was his name? Mark Schimmel.
Sean Schemmel.
Sean Schemmel. I don't know why I keep saying Mark is always on the mind. Mark Schimmel. Sean Schemmel.
Is there a copy of the contract somewhere that I can read?
There should be.
There's got to be some sort of loophole.
Vic's director's contract? No, that's never been released.
I'm sure there's got to be some loophole in there that enables Funimation to just fire him.
Well,
Sean Schemmel has been revealed.
Big companies tend to protect their asses ahead of time.
You think that? Yes, but
shit like
this is Sony, the stupidest company in the entire fucking world.
Yeah.
Granted,
Sony turned into a country.
Whole country?
Yeah, Sony.
Yeah,
Sony stand.
Sony.
So what I wanted to bring up was that there have been examples of Funimation having some shady shit, whether it be out of their control but turning the other way, or just allowing it. For example,
that whole thing where Funimation screwed Dale Kelly and Bruce Faulconer back in the day. I remember that.
Bruce Faulconer.
Funimation already has a history of doing this shit. Who actually thinks that
we
Vic
need to go
can
on to
win
the next
this?
topic, guys. We should start going to the next topic.
It's irrelevant if he can win. It's all about whether he should try, and he damn well should try.
Actually,
Not in
before
Texas,
I end the
though.
topic, I got a question.
There's no other
Considering
being the pro-slap state that Texas is, I mean, anti-slap.
Hang on. Before we end the topic, I do have one question. Considering that the Supreme Court of Texas didn't refuse his appeal and kind of alluded that it was a potential error, do you think that gives him a higher chance of potentially winning over the Supreme Court, or no?
I'm gonna say yes, because first off, what they'll probably do is they'll probably refile and get it to a stronger position first, and then I'm sorry, YNH, you just shared something that made me a little bit angry, and so I'm gonna take a second to compose myself.
What?
And second,
what happened?
Biden talking about getting people to get the fucking vaccine.
Yeah, and I said you first, asshole. Like, how much do you want to bet that Biden's not even going to take the vaccine?
Yeah, I think if he takes the vaccine, it would kill him at this point.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
just go right through him like
the vaccine, they won't even do it.
No. Here's the thing, Asa. Here's what would happen if he took the vaccine. He'll sit in that room for a few minutes. And then they'll just be like, Mr. Biden, are you okay?
And then Kamala Harris is gonna secretly be like, "Yay, I get to be president."
Kamala Harris will just shove her grimy hand up his dead ass and be like, "Hi, I am Biden. I am doing well."
You need to get back
And
on
meanwhile,
topic,
she's being controlled by
Okay,
Ron
let Ben-
Perlman, who had endorsed
Let
her
Ben take
in the
us on
first
to the next
place.
topic.
No,
Okay, next.
Alex, I want you to finish what you were saying.
The needle's
what
just
was
gonna
I
pass
saying?
right through Biden's arm.
You're talking about it's
Okay,
possible
yeah, so-
it's more like
So if
He was
there's
saying
not
he
a-
wants Biden to win re-election next year. There you
Yeah,
go.
if they're not just outright denying the case, is that probably means that they think that there is potential for the case to win. And because if they thought the case was bad enough that they couldn't win it, that there wouldn't be something to overturn, and then I have a feeling they'd probably just outright deny it. So that is just me trying to read somebody's mind, though. So who the fuck even knows?
Anyway,
Gotta be
let's move
optimistic
on.
about this shit, though.
Yes,
Because if you're
all
not
right.
optimistic about this shit,
Yeah,
well,
let's.
it'll
Let's
fucking
move on,
kill
though,
you.
yeah.
Let's talk about. All right. So Nintendo, let's talk about them for a moment. So if this isn't on
Okay.
the news thing, I just saw this on my feed. I want to talk about. So, have we all seen the report that Nintendo scrapped their I guess middle between the Switch and Switch 2, the middle console, right?
I
heard
totally
that they
believe
had-
that Nintendo would do something like that after
Yes.
the advent of the new
Switch OLED?
3DS. You know?
Since
So-
Nintendo
yes, so-
always works against their fans for some odd reason.
No, I mean
Well,
I
I'd
can't
also
get this.
rather
But
they,
hang on. So for context, Nintendo was reportedly for the past few years making a Switch Plus, but it's now being recently reported that Nintendo has scrapped all plans for a Switch Plus in favor of its quote-unquote successor. And now we got a new report following up that. According to a report, things are intensifying by a day at Nintendo. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is one of Nintendo's final big games for the Nintendo Switch, and now most development teams are focused on the next successor.
Just have Zelda in space, man. That would be awesome.
Zelda in space with and Link is just
Zelda
wielding
in
a
Mario
gun.
and Mario in Zelda's world.
So what do we think? I feel like this is likely, right? For Tears of the Kingdom to be one of the big final
Can we
games on
just
Switch.
get Link wielding a shotgun
Likely,
already?
but we'll have to wait and see. There've been a lot of games that turn out to be a lot better than like the AAA titles try to be.
Remember, this is the same company
I
that
don't even know where Zelda in Space came from. Like, this game has nothing to do with space.
I was only saying, if they want to up their game, have Zelda in space.
Okay.
Oh wait, even
Hey,
better,
man, you remember that
Gizmo.
conversation we were having
Even
last time
better.
about how Naruto could have succeeded? Naruto
He
should have
was on
gone
the
into
moon!
space.
He was on the moon! He was...
Did he fight on the moon?
Maniac monkeys
Yes!
on the moon!
He fought on the fucking moon!
Did he fuck on the moon?
Why is this so hard to understand?
He should conceive his
Wait,
children
Gizmo.
in space.
What did you say?
Okay, we need to get back to Nintendo. So, do we have any
No, man.
No,
I
alright.
remember that. It reminds me
Nintendo,
of that
this is the-
song.
this is the
Guys,
company
guys,
that
I'm
fucks
bringing
on
you
their fans.
on. Come on.
All right.
What do we?
Bring it in, boys.
What do we? So, Alex, you first.
I was
what do you
talking
think
about
this?
the subject.
No, you weren't. You're talking about Zelda in space.
No, I said Nintendo. I was bringing it back to Nintendo, and you wouldn't let me.
Let him
I
talk.
didn't-
I was
okay.
the one that brought Zelda in
Guys.
space.
All right, come on. Let's give Ben the floor.
All
How do I
right.
get to
So, what do you
Cyanide
guys
City?
think? I feel like this is a
You
pretty
surf
likely
from
report.
Olivine City.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
Oh, I've
I feel
already
like
been
this
here.
is
Guys,
likely-
Okay.
Brandon.
because
Yeah,
how old
and you
is
have
the
to
Switch
fly
now?
HM.
Guys? Okay, how old is the Switch now?
The Switch
5
is turning
years old?
7 years old this year, I believe.
Yeah, it's
No,
seven
6.
fucking it's
6 or
7
7.
fucking year olds. It's one of the longest running Nintendo consoles
Yeah,
since
this is the
maybe the Wii.
This was the
I
first
feel like
console.
here's
This is the first console of Generation 9, and it's turning out to be the longest lived, I think.
yeah, it is.
Probably because it's doing so well, even
It
still.
released at the same time as the PS4, so I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, fuck,
Oh,
It
man.
wasn't around. No, it wasn't around the same time as the PS4. It was during the
Wii U.
PS4. That was the Wii U. Yeah, that was the Wii U. The Switch was long after.
Well, here's
But yeah,
a couple of reasons
well, let's
why
be honest. And let's be honest, like
which definitely
I can
predates the
totally,
PS5.
hang on. I can totally see Tears of the Kingdom being one of the last Switch games. Not the last. There's obviously going to be a few more. And if you were to ask me what I think will be the swan song of the console, it's probably going to be Metroid Prime 4. Let's be honest. That's probably going to be the thing. But the question is,
here's how I see what's the name of the new Zelda?
Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay, so Tears of what?
The Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, I can see it being released as the final Switch title and as the brand new opening title for the new system. They'll just do one of those.
How, Twilight Princess
Breath
of the Wild were.
No, that's not going to happen. That would mean it would have
Why
to be
do you
released
think that
by. No, hang on. That would mean it would have to be released in. That would mean that would have to be released in 4 months. Nintendo would have announced it by now.
No, what I mean is when it comes out, there'll be a version of that game waiting for us as a launch title. Right. Absolutely.
That would have to be like in 4 months.
No. It's just when it gets released, you'll get a copy of the new system's version of that game.
That wouldn't make sense.
You know what?
It's not even announced.
It's happened before.
I'm going to take the floor right now. I'm going to say I think you're both wrong. I think you're both wrong. I think the next system is going to be backwards compatible, and you're just going to do like you do when you put an Xbox Series X game.
No, because I mean they had. Wait. They had it on. They had either a Wii U or a 3DS version of it, and then they had God damn it, one of these Zelda games.
Are you talking about Hyrule Warriors?
No, he's talking about Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
that's why. Yeah, because Breath of the Wild was on Wii U, and it was one of the launch titles for the Switch. So why wouldn't it happen again?
Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be a thing.
No, I understand that, but at this point, I think
it makes sense for them to do that again.
They've done it before.
But the thing is, the last Zelda title for the system, I mean, if it launched, if the new system was launching in 4 months, like Ben was saying, I think you'd have a point there. But unfortunately, because it's not, I think what we're probably going to do is we're going to see like a Skyward Sword situation, and where it's going to be
like an HD remake of the game that'll happen.
No. Here's what I think will go down. Because Nintendo is pissed scared about the transition, right? They're worried that will be another Wii U, which makes me wonder what the hell this console is going to be. But that's not my point. My point is that they are not going to leave the Switch fully behind. They're going to make this thing fully backwards compatible.
Correct. They've done this already with the 3DS. They've done this with the 2DS. They've done this in the past so many times.
I know, but think of it as this, because a lot of Switch owners, like if it's a new portable device, for example, they'll switch over to the new one, especially if it's more powerful. And now backwards compatibility alone would guarantee it sells all. Because, the hundreds and hundreds of Switch games you have, they're all playable on this new Switch with all these new features.
And people are going to buy the shit out of that. Nintendo would be wise.
Why wouldn't they do that, though?
But they've done it. They've been doing this since the days of the 3DS. Like they had there was the 3DSs that had the thing where you could play Game Boy Advance games on the bottom and you could play the DS games on top. They've done this already.
DS,
yeah, the DS
Advance too.
Right. But what I'm saying is that they've done backwards compatibility in the past. I don't see why they couldn't do that.
The reason why I think this is a big deal is because this is mostly on just their solely portable launches. When it comes to like game at home systems, like let's say the Wii, it's only just been the Wii. Like sure, we've had stuff like the Super Game Boy to play Game Boy and maybe even Game Boy Color if you want
to. Like to know what the percentage of people who use a Switch on their TVs versus the people who mostly play Switch on the go, because I play it mostly as a handheld, and I would suspect that at least 70% of Switch owners use it more handheld than they do connected to a TV.
Definitely.
I have two Nintendo.
I'm sure.
Okay, technically I have 3 Nintendo Switches.
Sir.
The only game I use it connected to the TV for is fucking Ring Fit.
Let him talk. Hang on. Let Alex talk.
So what I was gonna say is, I have two regular Nintendo Switches. I have literally only connected one of them up to a TV or a monitor, and the only reason I did that was so that we could stream Mario Party.
Yep.
So I can say yes. That is.
Yeah, see? Most people use it as a handheld. See?
Oh Jesus
Yeah.
fucking
If I'm
Christ!
going
would-
out,
Nintendo-
then yeah, I'm gonna take my
Here's
Switch.
what I-
with me.
You know Nathaniel
Who?
from our Nathaniel NX from our other server.
No, I don't.
What
Who?
the hell? A sweet cone?
Oh, I thought you were about to say Nathaniel Bandy or something.
Who
No.
the fuck are you talking about?
Well, here's the thing
Enox,
about
the
the
guy-
backwards
The
compatibility,
guy
though.
who's
Again, it's
constantly
only
babbling bullshit in the group chat.
Who?
who?
That's a lot
Okay.
of people, my man.
Okay.
What?
Oh,
Where's the
great.
bullshit?
I'm going to-
Someone is here.
Okay, Ben. I'm going to link you this, and I'm going to okay, this
Well,
guy.
What I'm saying is,
This guy-
Oh, yeah.
what I was trying to say
yeah.
about the backwards
I'm
compatibility.
trying to
though,
scroll
is
through
that-
Twitter to see if I'm missing any news topics for later, and like all of a sudden I just have ass on my screen.
Can I see what you're? I want to see what you're
What?
looking at.
Are you talking about his fucking anime posts?
No, he's just like he's retweeting porn on the main on the main
Yeah,
account.
that's what I'm talking about. I do the same thing.
No, like you're not retweeting like whole ass and titty.
Dude, I've retweeted so much worse than this. I'm not afraid to admit this. I'm quite proud of it. How have you never noticed?
We get off the
Probably
topic
because
of Nintendo.
probably because Nathaniel is constantly tweeting more of it than you are.
What did we get from
I
Nintendo?
highly doubt this.
How do we get from Nintendo to porn?
That
We're going
Okay,
back-
let's
we're going
talk
back-
about Bayonetta.
Let's
No,
go
we're
back.
not. We're not talking
But-
about Bayonetta. We're
No,
talking
we
about
have to go back.
I want to talk about what this new console could be.
I was
Because
trying to say was that when it comes to backwards compatibility, it's a possibility, but the thing
Oh
is,
God!
they've mostly been doing it with just their handhelds. With an entire system, that's an entire
This is their handheld, though. This is
No,
literally
that's
the.
entirely different can of worms.
No,
because
I'm
the
gonna
Wii
correct
was
you on
just
this, Gizmo.
Wii was
Gizmo,
just a
no,
souped
no,
the Wii
no,
was
no.
just
Hang
a
on,
Game
no,
Boy,
you're
GameCube.
wrong. The Wii had backwards compatibility with the GameCube. The Wii U had backwards compatibility with the
That's what I
GameCube.
was trying to say is that the Wii was
I'm
just like,
thankful this isn't
the
a
Wii
Nuzlocke
was
run.
just a
Can we
souped up GameCube.
agree that Nintendo has never been averse to backwards compatibility, at least for the last decade or so?
I don't
God
think it was until
damn
the
it, I
Wii
don't
they
have a
started doing
revive.
the backwards
Oh my god, it's a man
because
scene.
there have been
I'll never
okay.
forgive you for what you did to Steve Irwin.
there have been stuff that told us that they planned on making the Super Nintendo.
I have a
backwards
shuckle
compatible
here with your name on it.
I said the last decade. Super Nintendo, you're talking early 90s. Let's be fair here.
What I was trying to say is that it wasn't until the Wii that they started doing backwards compatibility because
Right.
you
So
know,
now that's part of their staple. There's no way this next system won't be backwards compatible. Mark
what
my
I'm
word.
worried about
You
is
heard it here
another-
first.
What I'm worried about is if they are going to do that, is that they're going to have another online only service. Like, okay, yeah, the NES and Super Nintendo streaming services are good, but that's just streaming. You know, from the very beginning, I just wanted to buy 1 or 2, maybe 3 of these games again for my Switch, but they're only allowing you to play these if you have online connectivity. Like, bro, it's my business if I want to play Balloon Fight by myself offline. Why do I have to be online for that shit?
Well, that's just the mark of the times. That's just how gaming is right now. It's as inevitable as DLC at this point.
It's
one of those
inevitable. If it's inevitable,
necessary
it's gonna
evils.
suck. If
It
it's
does suck.
inevitable-
It does suck. I agree.
I want
What
to
do
go
you
back to
want,
Nintendo-
mother?
Hang on. I want to talk about
Sorry.
the Nintendo thing because what do we think this new console is going to be? Because Nintendo is nervous about it.
I have a
It's
feeling.
clearly
either
The Nintendo Switcheroo.
Okay,
It's
They're
gonna
not
be-
gonna- can
Let
we agree
Alex
they're
talk,
not
let
going
him
to
talk.
reinvent the wheel here?
Let-
It's just going to be prettier.
Switch-
That's it.
No,
Okay, so
Nintendo
what I
wouldn't be.
think
No,
they'll
hang
do-
on.
Dave, you okay, baby?
It's
We're
not
either
going to
gonna
be
get
like,
like a Switch with a, because the Switch screen is like 720p. I have a feeling they're probably gonna go to like 1080p or 1440.
There you go.
Yeah,
They're not gonna go
That's what I'm
for
saying.
4K
It'll
for
be
any of
prettier. It'll be prettier, and that's about it, guys.
Here's
Don't
what I'm-
No, I
expect.
know it's
They'll
not.
probably
no,
be
I
able to
know,
run
I know.
if they want,
If that was the case, let me say, if that was the case, Nintendo wouldn't be so skittish about it. There's something with this console that's clearly different, that's making Nintendo on edge. So the question is, what is that difference with the console?
It's a hybrid.
What's making it on edge is the fact that they have nothing new under the sun. Ever thought that might be the case? That's why they're nervous?
Nintendo's to run out of ideas, unfortunately.
What if the next one's VR?
Oh, hell no. You really want
God.
Nintendo
You know,
to
I
be
can
in charge of
actually...
VR?
I didn't say I wanted it. I asked what if.
Because the Virtual Boy was
No,
such a
hang on.
successful console,
I think
too.
you might have a point there, Alex. What if it did have VR support?
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see Nintendo doing that because Nintendo has been looking into VR stuff for years. They tested it with the Labo, and they're clearly curious. They could sell a separate add-on to the Switch. We could slide into something, and boom, you got VR.
Otherwise known as the Nintendo Lamo.
I was suggesting Nintendo Switcheroo.
I think they're just going to make outright a sequel to the Switch. Whether it be
Nintendo Switch, the Switcheroo.
It's going to be a prettier Switch with better graphics and better resolution, and that's it. And maybe if we're lucky, backwards compatibility.
No, here's what Nintendo will do. They'll figure out. They'll give us like a UHD drive on it that doesn't play Blu-rays.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Smooch.
No, like, let's be serious. Let's be serious, though. Like, I'm very curious on why Nintendo would be nervous to start doing something different. Like, the VR thing, I think, could be one of those things. But, like, what else? What else could be? What is Nintendo attempting to toy with this console?
Better online.
Just remember, if it comes with an Oculus, that's gonna boost the fucking price tag a little bit too much.
Give a serious answer, like on better online, like no shit.
Better online. I'm serious.
That's not what makes Nintendo skittish, though. That's a selling point.
It's not really a selling point if their online sucks balls from the very beginning.
If they're skittish, it means they have nothing.
That's just a marketing thing. Oh, better online. That's something they would put on the box.
That's a big deal for Nintendo. Look, if it was Sony or Microsoft that said, "Oh, we have better online," I'd be like, whatever.
That's not something that would make them skittish,
because
though.
they have a track record.
Let me go on to a different news topic, please, gentlemen.
I think we've talked this to death. There's not really.
No, I want to know
like
before we go next.
And now everybody's talking.
What do you think outside of VR? What else do you think they might be doing in this console that is a major difference to the Switch?
Nothing new under the sun.
Just one new IP, and that's it.
Highly doubt it.
Just one.
Okay, can I just say one thing? A year ago, their stock was at $77. Now it's less than $50. I'm telling you, Nintendo has no new ideas under the sun.
Yeah, but Nintendo's also still been making money, even though their stock price dropped.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Their stock dropping doesn't mean they're losing money. In fact,
I'm just saying they're not the innovative company they used to be.
I don't know, man. There's some of the recent Switch games that have been pretty damn creative. I mean, you could argue they're less so, but I mean, I think it's too early.
I agree. They've given us some stuff to look forward to, but that doesn't mean they're
in us as much as classic Disney characters.
Hey, Mrs. Asa, what's up?
Can you repeat that, sweetie? Here, the mic
Mario
is yours.
is as recognizable as Mickey Mouse, according to worldwide polls.
Here, my wife is gonna give her 2 cents real quick. Okay, go ahead, sweetie. We're talking about Nintendo, what their new console could possibly be. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I don't really think there's anything they really can do past the Switch because they were the pinnacle of handheld gaming.
Correct.
And, that is pretty much where else can handheld gaming go? Does it need a new screen or something?
Better resolution and better online capabilities. That's literally all they can do at this point.
I guess, but guess what? Most people that are fans of... a lot of people love Breath of the Wild because it was so big. But I thought it was a little too big. I thought there was
I'm actually of that same sentiment. And it's like, it's nice looking, but I'm like, it's a little too big for my taste.
Our 15-year-old, that is her favorite game.
Yep.
And she loves it.
Older generation, we kind of didn't get into it.
Really? He bought it for me. For the
ended up taking it from your house and playing it yourself.
Same time. Awakening came out for the Switch, the remake, and that's one of my favorite childhood games. I was way more in to this small, tiny little diorama world.
I'm Zelda 2's only fan on this planet. So go
Good.
ahead.
Actually, no, you're not. Armageddon Time likes it as well.
Yay!
Honestly,
Zelda 2!
Get this. The only reason why I don't like Zelda 2 is because it's more platformy. But honestly, story-wise, graphic-wise,
They should have
Zelda 2
remade it to be a good game.
Boys,
That's just me.
oh, that's bad, dude. I backhand you.
Yeah,
I didn't
Alex,
hear
come
that.
on.
I throw
Eh.
you. I
Uh,
throw you.
But
what's the thing?
seriously, like all of the
It was
old 2D Zelda games should have been remade
Ooh.
in like the Ocarina of Time to Twilight Princess style.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm sorry, but I
Because all those games are
of Legend of Zelda. My favorite ones are Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, and Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds was a step in the wrong direction for the franchise,
Oh
unfortunately.
shit. Oh shit. Oh, I'm gonna before you destroy my wife here. No, I must.
Wow.
Peace.
Are you going to cower in fear, Asa?
Asa's gonna sleep on the couch tonight.
Because Coyote literally is going to make me sleep on the couch tonight. My headphones because you said that.
By the way, Asa.
They're pressing you in gamer talk.
Ooh, no, not me. I just
By the
don't need, I don't need a fight to break out. Right? I don't need World War III to
There's
break out.
gonna be a fight tonight.
By the way, Asa, the namesake that I chose for Alex of this server is named after the Spada from Bleach.
I think a lot of the names on the server are named after Bleach.
Yes, they are.
So what? Am I going to be Noitra now?
No, that was another guy in the server. Noitora is an interesting character. Like, he's a despicable villain, but he's one of those guys.
Beat the fuck out of him.
Yes, Kenpachi just beat him to death with his tattered sword. He's like, "Okay, I get it. You're a giant flexing machine." And by the way, and I actually did meet the guy who voice acted Coyote Stark from Bleach.
Nice.
He's also Tesla in the same show. Tesla being Noitora's Fraction.
I like how we have completely different viewpoints on Zelda here.
Oh, hang on. Let's go to.
I actually kind of prefer 3D Zelda as well, but I do see the appeal of 2D Zelda.
It must be. It's just a generational thing. I mean, I'm 44. Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna prefer the older shit.
No, I grew up playing Zelda 2 and A Link to the Past. I said, well, I think A Link to the Past has aged the best out of all of them.
Yes, I would agree with you on that.
Like,
I've played
the first two games are desperately in need of something to make them. Yeah, they're desperately in need of something. They either need quality of life updates or just full on.
Or just or just full on remakes like A Link's Awakening.
You mean you can't just put game 1 on a Game & Watch and sell that?
Funny enough, I actually have the Zelda.
I wonder if you could run Zelda 1 on a friggin' toaster, like you could run Doom on there.
Yep. Actually, the Doom of Nintendo games.
Zelda 1 is the Doom of Nintendo games, yes.
Alright, let's go to the next topic.
Let's move on to the next topic.
Alright, so I'm skipping ahead to later story into things. Just got new information. Jeremy Renners was airlifted to the hospital Sunday in critical condition following a freak snowplow incident near his Lake Tahoe home. The Hawkeye actor is now said to be conscious, stable, and speaking. And Extra, the news site, has learned that Renner will undergo surgery today as part of a long road to recovery. Renner's rep told Extra, and I quote, "We can confirm that Reynolds has suffered blunt chest trauma and orthopedic injuries, which means related to the branch of medicine dealing with the correction of deformities of bones and or muscles." Where was I on this? Oh, and
I see why we have you
has undergone surgery today, January 2nd, 2023. He has returned from surgery and remains in the intensive care unit in critical but stable condition. The statement continued about how the family is appreciated of all the support. Sources also tell TMZ that Jeremy was plowing his snow on Sunday morning about a quarter mile from his home following a NYC snowstorm when the machine called a snowcat reportedly ran over one of his legs. Renner was losing a lot of blood, but a neighbor, who is a doctor, was able to apply a
tourniquet,
keep him stable until paramedics arrived. Video obtained by TMZ shows the actor being airlifted from the scene. So fuck 2023.
Bro, at least he's alive. We lost Batman and the Green and White Ranger at the same month. Holy shit!
Don't jinx it. He's still in critical.
They said stable condition, so maybe Mission Impossible is still possible.
Critical. That's still worrying.
Now, unfortunately, we did lose one of the Pointer Sisters on the 31st, which is quite unfortunate because I got that song that she sang from Sesame Street stuck in my head the next day.
And now I have Automatic stuck in my head. So
when I didn't even know she died, but she sang that. Remember that song? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That
was the Pointer Sisters?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the Pointer Sisters.
Yeah.
I grew up with
that. That was the Pointer Sisters? You've just blown my mind today. You learn something new every day.
7, 8, 9, 10,
11, 12. That was the Pointer Sisters. Holy shit.
I grew up with that song.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, well,
I got a question though. Like, there were TMZ claims that he ran over one of his legs. Where the fuck did the chest injury come from?
Probably from falling down, or maybe
I'm gonna bet that he either fell over onto a rock or the pavement, or possibly onto the machine itself.
Right, and that means that I would guess the steering wheel got pretty much embedded into his chest for a bit.
Are we sure someone didn't try running him over? Because that would mean he had to fall off, and then it had to go back and run over one of his legs.
Not necessarily. He could have fallen off and have it.
He could break his leg. Have you ever seen Test Dummy? Freaking! I mean, you can break your leg while being hunched over it. There's no problem.
Fair enough. It's just I hope he's all right. It's still worrying that 2023
we all wish him well, and we hope that we can see more Mission Impossible in the future.
And or the real Hawkeye.
Mission Impossible now.
What?
Oh, is he? Never mind.
Yeah.
This came up on my feed. We were talking about vaccines earlier. Funny that Japan launches official investigation into millions of COVID vaccine deaths.
Hold up.
What?
What?
Can you repeat that?
Okay. I'll repeat it since some of you are in disbelief at it. Japan launches an official investigation into millions, that's a lot of zeros, of COVID vaccine deaths.
Vaccine deaths. Not deaths related to, just vaccine deaths.
All right. So that means I can still live. Good. Thank God.
Someone pointed out that Japan is also the only country that tested the vaccines and determined that millions of doses didn't meet the standards.
Okay.
They also recalled contaminated Moderna vaccines previously. So
I hope it wasn't Pfizer.
The source comes from News Punch, so take it as you will. But I would believe it's true considering their past action on it.
Jesus. Millions with an M.
Yeah, I thought he said billions.
No, million.
A lot of zeros.
1.2.
Well, I beat Chuck.
1 million vaccines.
$1 million.
I mean, vaccines.
Mini-Me, you complete me.
I love you, Mini-Me. You complete
There's
me.
One thing I asked for is for fucking.
That's a movie that could never make
By the way, Ace, have you ever seen Berserk?
Yes, I have.
There are outtakes. There's an outtake where Griffith actually quotes that bit from Austin Powers.
he says mini me.
Yes, he says mini me to Minister Foss.
That's awesome.
He's like,
hilarious.
"Come here, mini me. Can I have a hug?
Can I have a hug, mini me?
I love you. You complete me."
You know why they could never make the Austin Powers movies today? Because of that one line. It's a man, baby.
They could. It's just you're gonna have a lot of people trying to cancel Austin Powers.
They really can't make it today because today is just way too woke for Austin Powers.
Yeah, I'm glad at the very least we could all agree on that.
My generation is not, and that's the Gizmo generation. Just me.
This generation sucks. I mean,
yes, it does, and it sucks because parents literally this generation of parents literally have no idea how to actually raise their kids.
Parents are suing goddamn Fortnite just because you let your kid buy fucking skins. Take the credit card away.
Fuck you. My kids are playing Mega Man, and they're playing old Mega Man and loving it.
Well, at least you're actually saying
you child abuser. They should have played Mega Man X.
Oh, for God's sakes! I was a kid when I played Battletoads, for crying out loud.
I'm
freaking Battletoads.
I'm sorry your parents didn't love you.
Cole was the one who had the NES. I also played OG Mario on that thing as well.
Mario, well, you're a lucky kid. I was stuck with Who Framed Roger Rabbit when I found my my landlord's fucking NES collection as a kid. He didn't have Battletoads.
Okay, topic.
He had Who Framed Goddamn Roger Rabbit.
All right, next topic, guys. Next topic.
Yes, let's move on to the next topic.
What is the next
Kevin,
topic?
where's Rock Smash?
We're gonna talk about the Microsoft acquisition again.
It's
just
in the
briefly.
route between Violet City, Goldenrod, and Eckertique.
What's this about the Microsoft acquisition?
There's a guy you talked to on the Violet City portion. Hold on a sec.
Asterisk. Do you know who Microsoft is?
Pokemon in one ear and Microsoft in the other, and it's kind of surreal.
You get used to it.
Do you know who Microsoft is buying right now?
Activision.
Discord?
Yep. Activision
I guessed correctly.
Activision. Okay, so if you didn't know, the FTC.
Discord is owned by the Chinese already.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if you don't know, the FTC is trying to sue Microsoft into stopping the acquisition, even though it is technically legal. It doesn't fall under monopoly because it's like 12% of the industry by that point. Someone did the math on that. I don't know how that's possible, but the FTC is suing, and some people are worried. But someone pointed out two things in this tweet. I wanted to point them out too. One, the person leading the lawsuit, what's her name? Garl, I can't read that name right. Has lost every single lawsuit that she's launched under the FTC. Secondly, the judge taking the case is also the same judge who recently dismantled another lawsuit of hers. Just a few months back, the Illuminana lawsuit. I can't read that name right, but yeah,
the Illuminati is behind this.
But yeah, Microsoft's going to get Blizzard at the end of this, or at least, and Microsoft. No, and Activision. My brain.
By the way, you say alien, and by the way, you say Illuminati. Asa, does anybody remember that one time in the X-Files movie where they played the theme song? They played the same theme song as they zoom in on a picture of George Bush. Does anybody remember that?
I remember not liking that movie.
That was fucking surreal. I'm like, is George Bush an alien? What is this show trying to tell me?
Next topic is James Cameron kind of being an idiot again, or at least I think he's lying here. But
that's just James Cameron.
I'm going to completely refute his claims here.
I don't even think he's telling the truth here.
He's
so
not.
It says
that's the funny part.
Okay.
Yes, he's lying. He's pandering. But he says He says that he's cut 10 minutes of combat footage from Avatar: The Way of the Water because he did not want to fetishize the gun, even though the movie is literally full of guns.
Yeah, and the guns are shown, one, the guns are shown to be more effective than the primitive weaponry that the Na'vi use, and two, I don't buy that he cut anything out of this fucking movie, because
cut anything out of the movie.
It is packed.
He's capable of cutting anything from his movies. I mean, James Cameron is the most self-indulgent fucking director on the planet.
The length of time it
do you really want to make that claim?
I do, because I saw fucking Battle Angel and I hated what he did with it.
Oh, I love that movie.
Wasn't him.
Possibly, if you read the manga, you cannot possibly love it. I think anybody who
he didn't direct
it's
it.
not
It's accurate, but I like it when it
does.
does.
It's like completely inaccurate. From
dude, he didn't direct that.
Hey, dude, it's better than most of the other anime movies we've gotten, whether it be years ago or just now.
He also didn't direct that.
Oh, it's not his. I mean,
no,
it was his.
Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, but it was his pet project. I mean,
was Robert Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Spy Kids?
Yeah, Spy Kids. Robert
Rodriguez. Desperado.
If you read the manga, I defy you to tell you that the movie is better than the manga, or even remotely close to the.
Like, there's some things I wish they could have kept in, like the original, gruffy looking guy that helped out Alita, except, diversity shit. But, I still liked it for what it was. A lot better than the other movies I have to see.
Captain Marvel.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'd rather watch Alita 5 times over than fucking Captain Marvel.
I swear that movie grossed over I swear, Captain Marvel only grossed over $1 billion just because Disney rigged it.
Please read the original. I mean, they just re-put out
the original. My dad actually bought them years ago. He should have them somewhere in the garage.
They just reprinted Alita, and they squeezed the 9 volumes into a 6-volume set. I bought it, and the manga is still infinitely superior to the movie. Like, the movie looks absolute, like, plot-wise, character-wise, everything they changed for the movie. And for the worst.
Here's the thing, Asa, you're not wrong.
They need to put out a Blu-ray for the OVA.
They did.
Asa, you're not wrong about that. It's just...
I hate that people's only experience is the movie, and they think that that's what... The story is just completely shit.
The story is completely different if you watch the OVA movie, though, as well, because they had to cram a lot.
The OVA, the original, the OVA is terrible. The whole edition of this, they added characters, and they used characters from the OVA in the movie, which weren't in the manga.
Yes, but that was because they were using the OVA as something of a source material, because that was what James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez watched back in the day.
You have to remember, not many... What?
Unfortunately, they should have read the manga instead, and they would have come up with a much better movie.
Oh, they read that too.
Well, they clearly didn't, because...
They clearly grew up with just the OVA, though. I feel like they were a little late when they came to the manga. Because
there was like 30 at the time.
They looked like there was a lot of scenes that looked like it was like key moments from like the OVA, not the manga, not the sports ball, whatever the fuck that rollerball shit was. I'm talking like the one-on-one fight. I'm talking about the one-on-one fights that Alita has with like the other.
Kaku was a much better villain than Grusika was, and Grusika wasn't even part of the manga.
Does anybody remember that time when Rita Repulsa was actually taken seriously?
No. Dude, she summons giant ass monsters. How can you not take that seriously?
I'm talking like
I'm kidding.
I'm talking like in the Power Rangers movie that came out in 2017. Here's the thing, that was actually good, especially compared.
Daisuke Ito having an ex-wife.
Yeah. Daisuke Ito never had an ex-wife. They just added that for the movie because fuck you, movie.
Anyway, as I was saying, it's
they
like
changed literally everything and made it worse. Yes.
Anyway, as I was saying, it's like we got a really good movie in 2017, but then it had to compete with a really bad movie in the form of that awful Beauty and the Beast remake.
Oh God!
Oh dear God!
Well, that's literally everything Disney remakes.
How do you have such high vocals and beautiful rhythm to your voice, and yet literally just stand there as you sing about fucking Belle being the odd one out? You're just literally standing there singing. You're like, what, the animated movie had everyone moving around. Fuck off. God
You know
damn,
what?
this movie.
You know what's worse is having fucking Princess Jasmine having a woke song added to Aladdin. That's worse.
Oh, we're gonna. Oh,
Asa,
Asa. One thing we're gonna probably be doing is like a original versus remake form for our Mevies thing, and would you like to join us for that?
Sure, but I don't see. This is going to be a blowout. Like all of the old are going to beat all of the remakes. There's not a single. You can't convince me that any of the remakes.
Which one?
Mm,
Which one, bro? They've
The remake
done
was
a lot.
directed by Kenneth. The remake was directed by Kenneth Branagh.
Oh wait,
I forgot. The original
They
kind
had
of
a male-
sucks.
I forgot. You have to include Sneakerella.
no, Alex. There's a much better Cinderella movie than either of those.
Is it Ella with what's her name from the Princess Diaries, Anne Hathaway?
Hell no. Oh, it's Ever After.
Oh, that was a good one, actually. That wasn't really like a live-action Cinderella, though. That was just an interpretation of the Cinderella tale.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's much better, and plus it has freaking Angelica Houston as the evil stepmother. How do you go wrong with Morticia Adams as the evil stepmother? Can someone tell me?
How bad are the Disney remakes? They had to fire Bob Chapek and bring back Bob Iger.
Dude, here's how I put it. Here's how bad it is. My favorite, one of my favorite classic
I'm
Disney
gonna
movies
teach Froggy
is Aladdin.
strength.
And my favorite Disney princess also happens to be Jasmine. Well, one of them anyway. When I went to see the fucking Aladdin live action movie, I was expecting a lot of acrobatic shit, a lot of Bollywood shit to happen too. What did I get? One Bollywood moment and the same shit that I saw from the live action Beauty and the Beast. A lot of fucking singing and standing around. How do you do that shit in a live action Disney movie? Damn!
Live, not a whole lot of action.
We're standing and singing.
Aladdin
Well,
and the
it's not even
animated
just that
version.
there's no action. There's no life. Like these remakes are the most lifeless, devoid of creativity bullshit projects ever.
Well,
put
anyway,
to
I think we got another topic to get to. Let's
So I
move on.
have a question.
Move on. You need to move.
Kevin,
Alex first. Okay, Ben
I'm gonna
and
teach.
Alex.
I'm gonna teach strength to one of my Pokemon. I'm gonna choose Froggy. What move should he forget?
Remove
Surf,
a move that you
Hypnosis, Water Gun, or Rain Dance? Or should I teach it to somebody else?
teach it to somebody else.
Rain Dance.
Okay.
Get rid of Rain Dance.
If you have somebody on your team named Froggy, is Big the cat in your team as well?
No.
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah, Big the Cat's on my team because he's
I'm
also
gonna get a
Duke
cat.
Nukem.
I'm gonna name him Big.
Yay!
I
Which
must
cat,
say
though?
Froggy!
Are you gonna get a Perugly? Or
No,
Arthur
Perugly is
Furlong
not in
strength.
OG Gen 2.
oh,
Nah.
Okay, you know what?
so basically your only
I'm
option
about
is
to
Meowth.
fuckle with Shuckle.
Fuckle with
Shuckle.
Shuckle.
Shuckle is fucking worthless. Actually, I can teach
Why do
strength
you
to
even
Shuckle.
have him?
I've
I can
never
teach
seen
Sounded
strength
like
to
the
Shuckle.
game dude for a moment there.
Hang on.
Oh,
I can teach
fuckle with Shuckle.
strength to Shuckle. But I'm not going to because
You don't fuckle with
he
Shuckle.
sucks.
You're going to get rid of Shuckle.
Yes.
You have to. You should get rid of Shuckle because he fucking sucks.
He is the game dude.
I'm sorry, Shuckle.
Getting some Dookie shed moments of you don't fuckle with Shuckle.
You don't fuckle with Shuckle, but I
Let's
like
see
Felicia.
here.
She's the best.
Scyther, Bruno,
Ben and
Aqua,
your
James Wood.
Ben and
Hey,
New.
here's how
Dude,
much
hard.
people hate Shuckle. There's no Rule 34 out there of Shuckle. That's how much people hate him.
Okay. So should I pull out Randy, the amazing Randy?
I hear a baby.
Sure, why not?
Brock,
Guys, I hear a baby.
Rocky the
Okay, Rocky. Yeah,
The
change
baby's,
it to Rocky.
you remember Rocky,
interpreting our
right?
anger that we have
Yes,
for the live
Geo
action
dude.
movie.
Okay.
Guys, I hear a baby.
Well, he's not a Geodude, he's the
That's
Onyx,
my baby.
yes.
Yeah. The Ace's
That would
baby
be my
is
baby.
Ace's baby
We need
is
to start-
interpreting our anger. For
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get to the next topic.
Yes, we need
Baby
to
is
talk about the
weeping for,
next.
he's weeping for the future of Nintendo.
Asa's baby is also saying we should get to the next topic.
Yeah,
Yes,
even
that's
he
what
wants
the baby's actually saying. It's getting tired of our shit.
to.
There's something about Harry Potter reboot. We already know that's bullshit, so I'm skipping
I am
that.
on board with this because the Harry Potter movies are terrible.
It's not happening. Alex, you really think
the
I'm
hell
gonna
did
do it
you just-
right now?
I will
Yeah,
throw
I'm
you-
gonna destroy it. I'm not gonna. I'm going to mute
I've
you.
been saying this for
I agree
20
with him.
years. You can't change
I-
my
There, I
mind
muted
anymore,
Alex. He's out of here.
motherfuckers.
No, I'm joking.
You will not
He
say all of them are bad movies.
Okay, I
agree
won't
with-
say all of them
agree
are
with
bad
him.
movies, but I
agree
will
with him.
say
Alex
that
in the
everything
server.
after the
I
second
mute
one
him
is
again. He has to learn.
Live and love, hanging on the edge
Okay, I
of
muted him for singing.
tomorrow.
Yeah, he sings a lot.
Okay. Okay. Now,
Alex is Alex is our resident Disney princess.
Uh,
Hey, that's progressive.
You're unmuted.
Much more
You're
than this
unmuted, by the way.
provincial life.
well, gender
We need
is
to
a
get-
social
guys, next topic.
construct, apparently, so why not?
Next. Okay. Mr. Mictor, currently,
Medicare.
okay. He did his last live stream.
Quote unquote
Um,
last.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
Asa's
quote
got a
unquote,
lot to say
because
about
of
this.
his. Let me talk. Let me talk. I will
you
mute
talking
every
about Mr.
single
Medicare?
one of you. I will mute everyone in this group chat. I will mute even Kevin. Actually, can I? Yes, I can actually mute Kevin.
Well,
you can mute the one who talks the least.
You're right. I'll mute you. No, I'm joking.
well, someone's
Okay,
getting their
Ben,
admin
go ahead.
privileges removed.
Okay, no, it's a joke. I didn't even touch it. But anyways, so due to ongoing health issues, I think related to cancer and his what's the word?
Blood.
My brain.
He's done
His
this
immune
before.
system being very weak.
Yeah.
He is going to
He's done this
retire,
before.
not quote unquote retire from streaming to focus on recovery efforts.
He's done this before. He's used cancer as an excuse before. This is not news. He'll be back.
I'm just gonna mute him. There we go. He is muted.
I'm muted.
I'm not gonna take that.
No. He's joking.
Okay, unmuted.
You're talking about Mr. Medicare, right? Yeah,
Ben.
From what I've heard, he's done this before. I'm not saying I know that, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh,
this is
yeah, it's
actually
like-
news to me as
This
well.
is a sign of the seasons changing. Like the they're
pretty
bringing
much.
in the harvest. The moon's turning red. Mr. Medicare is quitting YouTube again.
Yeah,
And then he comes
again.
back. He comes back a few months later and like, oh look, I'm in remission again. Let's talk drama now. Who's my new?
happens though. Like that's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing, but this isn't his first time of him quote unquote retiring from YouTube.
Exactly.
From what I remember, when he was just the internet aristocrat, he deleted that account and then came back as someone
as
else.
As Medicare.
Actually, I
Yeah,
just
as
The reason we
Medicare.
call him Medicare right now and not the internet aristocrat is
also
Yeah, he-
we're talking
he-
about him leaving in 2019, right? Because it says he wasn't. It
No,
wasn't the
no,
cancer
that was way
thing.
This was
before
back
that.
during Gamergate.
Look, he
Yeah.
left. Okay, look, he's left in 2012, 2015, 2019. It doesn't matter what year he says it. He always comes back, and it's always like,
Nothing about 2012. There's nothing about 2012.
Okay, I'm just saying he's done this before. This is not
People were,
news.
like keeping documents on a lot of people.
Yeah.
This
Although,
is boy
I-
who cried wolf syndrome.
yeah.
No, he didn't retire in
By the way-
2017. He was still making videos in 2018.
Yeah,
He's
But
one that
he has done this before.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's done this
Only
a lot.
once, but that was
No,
that was
not
due
only
to
once.
he
He's
just-
done this
way more than
several
once,
times.
man.
nothing to do with cancer.
No, he's deleted. What happened?
He's done
is
it
that
due to cancer too. That's my
I don't
point.
see anything about that. I see nothing about
I
that.
dig really, really deep into this kind of thing. What it is that when he came onto the YouTube as internet aristocrat, he deleted his account out of nowhere, and then he explained when he came back that he deleted it because he didn't want to be internet famous. But the thing is, he was already that. He was already internet famous enough to people know him by internet aristocrat, and then Medicare. But then he kept on coming back, deleting his account, coming back, deleting his account, and then
And that's just
be a
really
time where-
irritating to people like me who want to go back and watch all of his videos again. And because now I have to go to fucking archive channels whenever I want to watch like his video on I don't fucking remember. Or there was something I wanted to. I was gonna say Kiro the Wolf, but I never want to think about Kiro the Wolf ever again.
But also the other thing is he doesn't really announce his comeback. Like I don't think he's ever on Twitter that much as other people are.
He doesn't have to. People know immediately when he comes back, so it's not like
he doesn't usually now. Like from what I can tell, he just sort of makes a new video and comes back without really any announcement.
Yeah. So
I can't find any source. I can't find any source where he has left because of cancer before until now.
We've known. Here's the thing: is we've known about his cancer for years now.
Have we? Because I can't find anything that.
We've known he's had cancer for at least more than 2 years now, 3 years at least.
I don't know. Like I've seen people use cancer as a nickname for people who don't have cancer. Like I don't.
No, this he's known as Cancer Jim specifically because of the.
Thank you. Alex knows.
This, the fact that he is actually suffering from cancer.
Yeah.
Yes. He's not faking it. I don't believe he's faking it. I don't see any evidence.
I'm not saying.
At no point did I say he's faking it. Nobody's saying that.
You say it was an excuse, but that you make it sound like it's not a valid excuse.
No,
it is.
At the beginning, he didn't really say anything about his cancer, but then as years went on, then he starts talking about his cancer.
And he hasn't, and he didn't die in the last 4 years. I don't see him dying this year. If he does, then that's unfortunate.
Now, granted,
but I see him coming back. I
will say, having known people who have had cancer, that will happen sometimes, where you seem like you're doing good, and then it just sneaks up on you. So I'm not 100% declare, but I wouldn't go out buying, panic buying.
Anyway,
the main issue seems to be that his immune system has weakened greatly and needs to go into.
Cancer does come back.
Yes.
Cancer does come back. Cancer does go into remission. If he is still alive within a year, my prediction is he will come back and he will talk more shit like he always does.
Anyway,
he should be able to live throughout the year.
That's the way I see it.
Anyway, let's get on to a new topic.
So YouTube is making a new rule. So you cannot swear in the first 8. You cannot swear in the first 8 to 15 seconds of a YouTube video, except for the words "damn" and "hell."
Yeah,
actually,
Moist Critical talked about this.
Moist Critical.
I've already been slammed. Like most of my channels demonetized now because of that new rule.
No, I thought that was on. I thought this
YouTube is new.
This happened literally over the last couple of weeks, like in silence. YouTube has not been. You'd only feel it if you're a content creator.
You'd only find out if
Here's the thing. People have been talking about this for like 3 years now. People have been talking about demonetization because of certain words in the first minute
but
or
now,
so of the video for a while.
Yeah, but the difference is now they've gone even further with that rule, and now you can't say like that. Now it's like all you can say is damn. Like this very, if you could monetize what we've been saying, we've already said shit and fuck so many times that this would not be able to be monetized right now.
We're not expecting to get money out of
basically
these
YouTube is trying to become cable TV.
Patreon.com/MetleyCrew.
Yeah, we got a freaking Patreon.
What I don't understand is that why YouTube is look. I get it. Kids are going to be going on it YouTube, but why are kids looking up these kind of videos to begin with, without parental supervision to begin with?
That's the thing. They've always had access to
here's
videos.
the other thing. I grew up watching the Angry Video Game Nerd. Like, what An
Yeah,
entire
shit
generation.
fuck. He said
I
shit
grew up-
fuck all the time.
I grew up watching the irate gamers.
Video game nerd
I
existed
grew up
back
watching
then.
a lot of
Red
things
versus
with
Blue
ableist
existed
stuff
back
in
then.
it,
They
and
had
I'm
a bit of
like,
fun with
this
it.
is funny.
Okay, so all of you old YouTubers, you should already know this word right here. Shitload of fuck. How many people have not heard that?
Well, after
You go-
some of my exposure to the angry video game nerd, I have certainly heard that.
There you go. So, I mean, it's not like something new under the sun, but YouTube's just saying, we're tightening our rules now, and we're just gonna... It's just their excuse to demonetize more and pay out less. That's all it is.
Right.
Here's also
Which
the other
I
thing
thought
that
they were
people don't
already
really...
doing, though.
They were already doing it. They just tightened it a little bit further without telling anybody. That's
Here's
all it
another
is.
thing that we have to consider is that there's a reason why people
YouTubers
have been
are
going
Nazis.
to like super chats or Patreons or even sponsorships at this point. There's going to be a point where that's not even going to help out.
Yep.
Like there's going to be a point where Patreon, super chats, and even sponsorships are not going to help because YouTube is getting a little more. Well, maybe not to the point like Twitch, but they're being more and more draconian and vague about their rules. Like,
And that's the problem is YouTube is slowly just shooting themselves further in the balls. We may not have a YouTube 5 years from now, folks.
Wait. So, how big a gun are you suggesting they're shooting themselves in the testicles?
This is like one of those
The police
clown-sized fucking guns, you know?
We're talking.
So, would you say
it
it?
has in Helsing Ultimate episode?
Where?
You know the
Wait,
you know
are you
the
talking
gun
about
that-
Harkonnen?
You know the gun that the mask pulls on those punks in Jim Carrey's The Mask? That gun.
Oh yeah, that. Oh god.
Here's another thing though. People are always saying, "Oh well, if you hate YouTube so much, why don't you go to other platforms like Odyssey?" It was like, yeah, people have tried that before. It's called VidMe. VidMe has gone under because of shit like this.
Yeah,
And
it's like
somehow-
yeah, it's
So
like
is
we would.
Didn't
It's
BitChute
like-
also go under?
Yeah, it's
No,
like
BitChute is
like
BitChute's
people
still
would.
around, but BitChute
It's
has
still around,
terrible
yeah.
engagement.
It has very
like-
terrible.
People
engagement.
would go.
Years, and I've gotten basically.
If
nothing.
anything, Odyssey has a better chance than BitChute does at this point.
It does, but
Yeah.
here's the
Hey
thing.
guys,
I've
we
tried
need to go to the
explain-
next topic.
Next topic.
Well, let me finish
Yeah,
this topic off with my analysis of why it's difficult to just move from YouTube to any other platform. I see YouTube as well as, say, Twitch as Coke and Pepsi. Everyone's had it. Everyone's at least, tasted it, had it in their house, whatever. But
It's a
and the
legacy
thing is-
brand. It's
Yeah,
a
they're
legacy
legacy
brand.
brands,
That's all it
and it's going to be
Right.
really hard to move away from there to, let's say, Odyssey as RC. Sure, it may have a diet option. Sure, it may have a cherry option.
I wouldn't even
but-
say it there
No,
are.
but
See, I would say Odyssey is like the Safeway brand, you know? That's the problem.
Sure, let's go with that. But
And-
here's the thing.
And another thing I gotta mention before I forget: YouTube and Twitch are integrated into most streaming softwares as one-clicks. They are very
Correct.
easy.
That's
Yeah,
why
you're
I
never
think
gonna
it's a
get
little
that with
harder-
Odyssey.
For an Xbox to
That's
those
why I think
things.
it's a little harder to move away from them because they have like linking to all these other sites. They might as well see them as other flavors. They already have their own version of cherry, vanilla, their own zero. Their own fusion of vanilla and cherry. They have more flavors and variety than say RC or Safeway brand because they've been around the longest.
Excuse
And
me.
because they've been around the longest, they have more variety to choose because YouTube has introduced us to the old stuff and the new stuff from Angry Video Game Nerd, Nostalgia Critic, Scott the Waz, Death Battle, Epic Rap Battles of History. I could go on from the new one to the old. And what does Odyssey have? You can't really name any one thing from Odyssey that you genuinely enjoyed that makes you think, you know what, I'm going to switch over from YouTube to Odyssey. Again, that's like saying
An artist what you're saying, an artist that Odyssey cultivated that they can call their own.
Yeah, it's like going from Pepsi to RC again or Safeway brand Coke. It's like that's not going to happen anytime soon. So unless that thing actually gets some
Blow up in
variety,
popularity tomorrow and come equipped with every new Microsoft computer. That's what would have to happen.
So unless Odyssey somehow gets streamlined with like Streamlabs, with your gaming systems, with other shit, I don't see Odyssey becoming the top dog or even in the top 5 anytime soon. Will it happen? Maybe, but I just don't see it happening
Can I say
anytime
something real quick to answer you there? Skype was the top dog for the longest time, and look what Discord did to Skype. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but
not
this
that
is
it's
also
Discord
a
took
slightly different
Skype
situation.
out in the back alleyway, pulled out a double-barreled shotgun, and then.
Well, here's the thing. That's
Who
different.
uses Skype anymore?
Exactly.
Well, I do, but here's the thing, though. I don't use Skype.
You use Skype?
I don't use Skype as much as anybody else does, or for the uses that other people use it nowadays, because it was just for business. It still is used for business. But here's the thing. Discord is what people wanted Skype to do. That's why people moved from Skype to Discord in the first place.
Yep.
Zoom was a more functional Skype. It may not have as much stuff as Discord did, but it but it worked better. That's why people moved from Skype to Zoom. This is not like that at all. Skype was
as YouTube declines, I can see other video sites taking their place in the future. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can understand your
right,
thinking
but
that,
just not soon. I could see it in the future somewhere, maybe, but just not right now.
That's true. They have been saying it, but
next topic.
nothing abides forever. Eventually, it'll.
That's all. Anyway, let's get on to the next topic.
Yes.
Holy shit!
What?
Ken Block, pro rally driver, killed in snowmobile accident.
Wait, who?
Jesus Christ, that sounds very eerily similar to Hawkeye's thing.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
So the Hooligan
I'll
co-founder
be right back.
and pro rally driver Ken Block was killed in a snowmobile accident today.
Yikes.
Maybe his
Co-founder
was.
of DC Shoes. Holy shit!
What?
Yeah.
What?
Good
Founder of
Lord.
what?
Driver, race car driver, founded the DC skate shoes brand. Apparently.
What Lego?
This now feels like
Weird,
a.
man.
Well,
Th-
breaking
this
news,
feels
I
like-
guess.
This feels like
Yeah.
a voodoo thing. Like that was the sacrifice necessary so that Hawkeye could survive his accident or something.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Speaking of which,
No.
Barbara Walters died as well.
Oh yeah, she died. Yep.
Fuck.
I'm kind of a mixed bag about that because on the one hand, she kind of made Corey Feldman's life a little bit miserable when he was trying to talk about how he'd been abused in Hollywood. But at the same time, like, Corey Feldman also fucked up that situation himself, so I don't know who to believe there.
But why not both? Just saying.
Anyway, let's move on to the next topic.
How
Yes,
do you
next
have a level
topic,
30
next topic, next
Poliwrath when
topic,
when I have a level 30
topic.
Froggy?
Okay. So, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, has now made over $135 million in the box office.
Jesus
It's,
Christ, who's watching that shit?
No.
It's
I've heard
actually
it's
been
actually
getting endless
better than
praise
the
for being an amazing
2011
film. But here's so apparently it's massive what's the word? Critical praise for what it
Jesus.
seems to be an amazing
Critical
movie.
acclaim,
Has propelled its box office by triple its numbers. Not enough to overcome Avatar, but it's earning a shit ton of money. But I have to ask, who the fuck at DreamWorks looked at Avatar and said, yes, Puss in Boots can beat Avatar?
Yeah.
The same
Well, I mean,
person...
Avatar.
Okay, I
Avatar
have an answer for
sucks.
that. Ben, I have an answer for that.
Yes.
Do you want it?
Yes, and yes.
Okay, so, it's gonna be funny. So guess who owns DreamWorks Pictures?
Illumination.
Universal.
All right.
Universal Comcast does. They thought... Guess what else they thought could beat something really big and popular a couple of years ago?
What?
Cats!
Yeah.
So Universal keeps putting their pussy up for a pounding in December.
What was Cats going up against?
Okay,
Rise of
I'm gonna mute him
Skywalker.
for a whole minute. He
Oh
deserves
wow!
that. He deserves
Oh
that.
wow!
Cats fucking bombed.
So they got pounded by a lightsaber, and now they're gonna get getting pounded by blue people.
Yeah.
They're getting pounded by goddamn Smurfs.
All right, I unmuted him. You're good, Alex. You
Who's
need
got beat up by
that
Smurfs?
break. All right.
Yeah,
So
now that
yeah.
everybody else is joining in, it ain't so unfunny, is it?
Yeah.
Sorry about
But
that.
According
here's-
to Avatar.
Hey
Okay,
guys,
but,
look at me. I'm Joey's World Tour.
Oh shit.
She's becoming a true gamer.
Are those Doritos a
something
10 out of
Pokemon?
10? You mean a
Yes.
15
Yeah.
out of 10? Surely you mean 15
out
out
of
of
10.
10.
They're a 60. They're a 69 out of 10.
You know, I really want to see the new Puss in Boots because one, it looks phenomenally animated, and two, it has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes via its audience score, and
Talk
that's
about,
a really
audience score. Okay, audience score.
yeah, audience
Yeah.
score. Critics
If
was
it was-
actually 2 points above it.
Yeah, a lot of people say that it's better than the 2011 Puss in Boots movie.
Yeah, but
I
I mean,
like
it's
that movie.
Puss in
That's
Boots.
a good one.
How the hell can I get excited over Puss in Boots?
Antonio Banderas still
Why not?
surprises his role.
Yeah,
me, if you dare.
Still can't
yeah,
still
man.
can't give
I
two
just think it's a
shits.
shame. I just think it's a shame it got alleged with Avatar because I feel like it could have been a movie that made like $500 million because it's connected to the Shrek brand. But
I'm gonna wait for
no,
Oppenheimer. That's the one I want to watch.
I want to see that too. Honestly,
It's not that
I can't
DreamWorks
wait
is.
I can't
It's
wait
not
to
that
see them
DreamWorks
use a
can't
real
gross
nuke.
quite a
'Cause
huge.
Let's be honest. The guy making that movie is going to get a real nuke. And he's got fucking detonated somewhere.
If not a real nuke, he'll probably get a big ass bomb.
No, he's got to get a real fucking nuke. Just watch.
I just can't wait for the jokes
Where
if
do
the
you
movie
ignite
if the
that
movie
thing?
is bad. How many atomic bomb jokes are we gonna get?
Too many. Anyway, let's
It's
move
a
on to the
big
next
goal.
topic.
It'll be
Yes,
the one that
next
keeps on
one,
giving.
it's a topic that Kevin posted about Bleach. You want to read this one, Kevin, since this is your thing?
Hold on a sec. Let me.
Hey, Ben.
Okay. Okay. So
Lily
the
P.
second
Bicycle.
core of Bleach will have fights that us manga readers never got to experience. They're supervised by Kubo, so it will be peak fire. And this is from. There are also plenty of new Uryu scenes was teased at Jump Festa. The anime really is a must-watch for even and manga readers. And let me see. And Marie and the official word from I'm not sure if this is Masakazu Morita, the voice of Ichigo. Is like the other day I found out how far the second core will draw, and I felt a slight shock and dizziness. Laughs in this 1,000-year Blood War arc. I'm just as flat as I am. I think it's important to be able to react to what's in front of you every time. That's because I think it's bad if I can't capture it purely. I don't think it's okay to let my own arbitrary things things control me. I think that what we actors do is to properly understand what Kubo Sensei, Taguchi Sensei, and the staff have carefully considered and produced. Yeah, this is Masakazu Morita, aka the voice of Ichigo. In the Japanese version. Understand act based on that. So I'd like to continue doing this increase. I would like to stick to this regardless of whether it is the second and third or fourth course. Kubo then says the second had cool. I don't know why it translates to cool. Has a new battle that is not in the original. Well, I couldn't draw a battle between one character and another character in the original, and the animation production team said, I want this character to fight in this area. I gave it to you. Is drawing a picture like a cartoon, says Morita. Kubo then said, I didn't divide the panels to draw, but I drew it on about 5 or 6 pieces of paper, moving like this, changing like this, fighting like this. I think it will make you feel good. Marita then says, "Really? Fun! Fans were wondering. It's split into 4 courses, but will Thousand Year Blood War or end in 4 courses?" There is a voice saying, "However, there will be new developments." Kubo then said, "In the first core, there were additional scenes, but there were no completely new battles." Marita then says, "I'm really looking forward to it." Sorry.
So yeah, basically the Thousand Year Door arc on the anime will be vastly superior to the manga's version.
Yep.
Base.
Okay, so Kevin, I have another question.
Shoot.
Okay, I'm trying to teach Kenya how to fly, but he has 4 moves already. What should I replace?
What's a move?
Fly. I have fly. I'm trying to teach him.
What's a move you feel like you could get rid of?
Probably Peck.
Okay, sure, go for it.
Yeah, I have Peck, Growl, Leer, and Fury Attack, and Fury Attack is one I definitely know I want to keep. I don't know about Growl and Leer.
Okay, get rid of Leer.
Okay.
So anyway, anybody else got any thoughts on this?
I don't.
I'm just interested in seeing it because I liked Bleach way back in the day, and I'm hoping.
Oh, go watch the anime.
I will. I just have to get the Blu-rays.
Or even better, just read the manga since you said you had it. And
yeah, I have all the manga.
Go
on my
through.
phone.
And Alex, if you plan on watching the anime, I'm gonna have to give you a guide as to what to skip.
Are there any Blu-ray sets I can completely skip?
No.
Damn it.
Because all of them do have plot relevant episodes
on them. Yeah.
Well, in the case of
I think we're about to have another viewer.
Asa, what do you think of this?
What do I think of what?
What do you think of what I just talked about?
The Ichigo, the Bleach thing?
Yeah.
Bleach. All right. Don't have much to say.
Have you watched the 1,000 Year Blood War arc anime?
I have not. I haven't watched Bleach in a long time, actually. So
I'd recommend the 1,000 Year Blood War anime because it's really freaking good.
Hey, Kevin, I got a question. Would it be a good idea to read the manga and then switch to the 1,000 Year arc? After getting to that point. All right.
Yes.
It's always a good idea to read the manga first.
Yeah.
And like I said,
skip the 1,000 Year arc from the manga and just go straight to the anime, basically.
Yes.
Next
cool.
topic.
The thing is that 1,000 Year Blood War arc has quite a few issues in there in the manga.
I can go straight to Mahogany Town.
And
so do I.
Alex, if you go to you gotta also cut a tree to meet Suicune.
Okay, well.
My baby's crying because we need a new news topic.
Anyway. Agreed. All right, next one. Escape from Tarkov Devs Battlestate Games has been banned off Twitch.
Wait, who?
Why?
No reason given. They were just banned and they don't know why. Assuming it might be
Twitch bans anybody for any reason these days.
Yeah.
Well,
they won't ban Darkside Phil.
An entire game. Holy shit!
One ban I can.
The funny thing is that the game is still being played by streamers. Just the guys who made the game are banned off Twitch.
What? Oh.
There have been reports that people who played the game before the ban have had their accounts banned and then reinstated after they asked what's going on.
Holy shit! Damar Hamlin from the Buffalo Bills collapsed on the field.
God.
Like he stands up after making a tackle and he just goes. Good God.
Anyway, next topic.
Okay. I just saw something interesting. So some footage of the Batgirl movie was leaked.
Oh, interesting. Send it to me.
Yeah, let me send that to you. It's a few seconds of footage from the Batgirl fan thing. I'll send that to you. It looks like a scene where she falls on top of a Christmas tree. Now the suit was also revealed by the actress who played Batgirl.
Is anyone
It
else
looks like
kinda,
shit, by the way.
Yeah, is anyone else kind of getting sick of that costume?
That costume looked awful. Like when they first
Yeah.
Yeah, even in the Batman
my
No,
God.
this is a
versus
new
movie,
outfit.
it
This is the
sucked.
outfit. This is the outfit she would have had at the end of the movie.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. This looks like the costume that they rip apart in a porno, so that they can have the boobs and pussy hanging
Yeah,
out.
this is not right. Just a jacket and yoga pants.
Like seriously, hey, this is the costume that gets fucked up in a porno.
You know what's funny is like
I take
like
that
the
back.
concept.
What's his name? Who's the guy who does the wood rocket ones? Axel Braun. Axel Braun's costumes look way better than this. So I take that back.
The concept
Anyway,
of just having a
so-
jacket and pants, though, it's not new. But the thing is, she doesn't really pull it off that well.
Yeah.
Live action be damned.
All right, next topic. All right, where is it? All right, I lost where I was. Give me a moment.
Resident Evil 4 remake.
All right, so Resident Evil 4 remake is keeping a controversial thing. Area is the last island in the game. No shit, they gotta keep it. This is clickbait. We're moving on. F-Zero could be making a comeback in 2033, according to an insider. Let me see what this comment is.
Falcon finally gets another game. Will E. Falcon punch something?
Nate the Hate, a podcast who has reportedly been the source of accurate leaks in the past, confidentially proposed that 2023 would be the year for F-Zero. This came as a reply to yet another Metroid-related rumor thread discussing a comment from a user who is credited with teasing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Nate went on to say that Metroid Prime was finished up by Retro Studios in 2021, but still had to go through quality assurance and localization at that point. So basically, we may see F-Zero this year? Maybe?
Let's hope it's not
Hopefully.
just support, though, because Nintendo
I mean, here's the thing.
Falcon needs to Falcon
Let me
punch
give my take on
something.
it. Let me give my
take a
take on
port.
this. Let me give my take on this. If it's a port of GX and it's to test the waters on how popular the brand is, fucking buy it. You have no excuse. If you want more F-Zero games, you buy that shit, or they'll never make another F-Zero again. I'm telling you right now, this is gotta be your last fucking chance. Do not let this opportunity slide by you. I swear to God.
That idea is good on paper, but the thing is, Capcom have already tried doing that themselves with when they released the Darkstalkers remaster of Darkstalkers 1 and 3.
Yeah, because they keep sabotaging it by censoring it and shit.
No, I'm talking about the 360 and PS3 days. Like, this is when
they didn't. Yeah, they also fucked that one over because they didn't market it. There was no marketing for that game.
Right, and that's their fault. And here's the thing: Nintendo have been known to make bad moves. So if this is going to be their magnum opus or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and say, and this is their idea of supporting and actually going through with another F-Zero game, they have to market the shit out of this. Make it a Nintendo Direct.
They will.
Have it like appear at like a con or E3 if they're still going to do that shit. You know, have posters, have people have drop like little hints, some shit like that, and then maybe you'll get people as excited as I would if I see.
Here's the thing, though, if they announce a GX port,
I'll buy that.
Explode the internet. People would buy the shit out of that.
I'd buy it, but there's a reason why I brought up the Darkstalkers fiasco. You mentioned it yourself that they didn't market it or just didn't market it properly. If Nintendo markets it properly and beyond, then they're going to get some guys to buy it. But who's to say this is going to get people to buy the new F-Zero?
because the
They
people like
fucked
GX they'll buy the next one.
Right, but
It's
Nintendo
kind of-
has fucked up their games before, and like people were excited about Skyward Sword, but once they got the game, there was a lot of problems.
There was a
with
lot of
the
this is the
motion-
best game ever made.
Yeah, and then it wasn't really though because of all the motion control hullabaloo that
That
game was
is
stuck
literally
in.
part of why it's good, though.
Yes.
Maybe at a haha, it's funny kind of thing, but not
No,
No.
it's
when you're
legitimately
trying to
like fucking
like
great.
look. If I want
Yeah.
to strike a boss 3 times and then do a spin, I better make sure that character does a 3-strike combo and then a spin attack. I don't want to have to
Yep.
find out. I don't want to have to see Link try and pick up a pot when I'm just trying to hit the fucking boss.
When did
You
that
know,
happen?
like-
Never.
The people
Yeah,
have
that
been
never
complaining about it.
happened.
Yeah, that
People
never
complain
happened to
about
me
it.
either.
If people complain about that, those people were playing the fucking game wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. That never happened.
But that's just an example. There's a reason why not many people look at Skyward Sword as one of the best games and say,
And
and like,
It was unfortunate because it,
Skyward Sword.
like, I believe that Breath of the Wild could have heavily benefited from Skyward Sword's control scheme.
Yeah.
And the
It
fact
certainly
that they didn't
benefited
is
from the
kind of
stamina.
a step back.
I
Yeah.
think it certainly benefited from the stamina meter. Because Skyward Sword Skyward Sword, or for all of the features that people didn't really like about the game, a lot of people did like the stamina thing. Because, that was actually an interesting feature of the game.
Right, but well, all I'm saying is that they have to make sure to market if they're gonna do a thing where it's like, hey, buy our old games so we can see how popular this franchise truly is, so we can make the new game. They have to market it properly, otherwise they're just gonna pull another Capcom and still be hated for not releasing fucking legacy titles.
I'm wondering.
I just fucking realized something. There was a like a confirmed article that was talking about like a scrapped prototype and such. The timing on that is really interesting.
Anyway, let's get on with the next topic.
So, what are your
Yes. Well,
thoughts?
actually, before we do, I will say this. It's got to be one of two things. One, a port, which I feel like is the most likely because GX looks like a modern game. Look
AX
at that
or
shit. That
GX?
shit's ahead of its time.
It's gotta be AX or
two-
GX.
A GX. AX is the same as GX. Just
Yeah, but that's just with
Arcade.
extra content. They couldn't put it
Yes.
in the GameCube for some reason.
actually, yeah, you could have it on the GameCube.
You gotta jailbreak that thing though, or bring your memory
No,
card to an arcade.
No.
There was like a-
They actually found a way to do that, which is basically just do everything on very hard mode.
Oh fuck that!
Yes. You had to get a save states file just to unlock that shit because it's near impossible without it.
Well, from
I will get-
well, there is a YouTuber, or I did used to respect that did that.
Damn. All right, next topic. What is it? It's Nintendo again. Did you know gaming wins appeal after Heroes of Hyrule video was taken down and gained over 20k extra views after the fact?
Nice.
Oh, did
That
you
was
know
a bit-
gaming?
Does anyone know?
You don't know?
What?
Who said they didn't know about Did you know gaming?
I think Asa did. Did you say anything?
I said go, as in go,
okay.
go
I said-
Nintendo
Oh.
gaming, as in
Oh.
cheering them on. That's what I said.
Okay,
Yeah, he said-
Go those guys.
Does anybody here not know about? And does anyone here not know about what happened between Did You Know Gaming and Nintendo besides me or Asa? No, I mean, does anyone know what happened? Because I know.
glad
I know they
I'm
had
glad
a
they won.
video taken
I'm
down.
glad they won that. I'm glad they won that because that's a huge that's
Oh.
a huge step forward for other YouTubers.
So, for context, Did You Know Gaming did an episode where they had an entire episode dedicated to an unreleased game Nintendo were in the middle of making, where it was going to be an RPG, real-time strategy game of Zelda. There was concept art, there was drawings of how the game would play, that kind of thing. It wasn't until several months, I think, or maybe it was less. It wasn't until after that though that Nintendo decided to take down the video for some reason. Like, and keep in mind, this wasn't like them leaking any games before launch or showing products that were not meant to be seen in the public. This was just stuff that was released from a canceled project. Like there was no way they were going to make this, so they decided, you know what, let's report on this. Nintendo decided to be an ass and say, yeah, you're not showing us our homework, even though we didn't turn it the fuck in, so we'll take your video down. So Did You Know Gaming decided to go back, fight against Nintendo, and say you don't have the right to do this, and ultimately they won. They won over the takedown and got the video put back up. No, this just shows how draconian Nintendo is when it comes to their own company, as well as how much of an ass they are when it comes to
Rocky just learned rock throw. Should he forget tackle, screech, or bind?
Bind.
Tackle.
Tackle.
You need that.
Or screech, actually.
You guys are not helping me.
Well, you need tackle because you need one normie move in case.
Correct.
You know.
That's why I would rather get rid of screech, which is absolutely useless.
Excuse me.
Well, screech does lower your opponent's defense by 2 stages.
Help if you don't have tackle anyway.
But I have strength.
I found this news really, really concerning because if they're going to do this,
strength is normal. Yeah, so you can get rid of
that's
tackle.
a normal one.
Okay.
All right, get rid of tackle then.
Okay.
I just found this news to be
DZD
a lot more
says
concerning.
hello. Hello, DZD.
How you
Hello,
doing?
DZD.
Hello.
Alex, random question. How good is your Sans?
Dude.
Why
are you asking how good my Sans is? My Sans is super good. It's the best Sans. It's the best Sans. I have the best Sans, the greatest Sans on the face of the earth.
I'll give it a nice 7 out of 10.
I got
It's not as good as my papyrus.
Oh, Asa, tell Ben and Gizmo how you reacted to the massive L that is Batman versus America's ass.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What a dumb fucking video.
Did
you watched it?
Yes,
I watched it.
We watched that before we watched something that was equally, if not more stupid.
Yeah.
What'd you watch after that?
Casino Royale.
Casino Royale.
Parody.
Oh God.
I don't know now. I'm debating which one was the worst thing.
By the way, it definitely has transformed into a Typhlosion.
Because on the one
I would rather watch Casino Royale again than watch that stupid Batman.
Yeah, but Batman versus Captain America is only like 15 minutes, 20 minutes long.
It feels like an hour long, sadly.
I would have rather we watched a Zoolander after that.
I would have rather watched Top Secret, but that's just me.
We're gonna make a. We could probably make like a 6-week feature out of spy parody films.
Gotta have Top Secret in there. It's a good movie.
We could do Top Secret, Zoolander, all 3 Austin Powers.
How is Zoolander a spy parody?
Please.
Yeah.
He goes undercover he goes undercover as a model to try and break apart a conspiracy theory about the male model industry.
But Zoolander is a model.
Right.
Yeah. He's an idiot too, which is
why
we're getting off topic, guys.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that this is very, very concerning, even more so than the other news, because never mind gameplay footage, never mind just talking about Nintendo, never mind uploading their music. These guys went after someone just for reporting on a canceled game.
Correct.
Not an unfinished game, not a game about to be released in a month. This was a game that they stopped in the process of creating and left it in the shelf where never to be touched again.
By the way, Martinez evolved into the best regional bird ever.
If this doesn't show how backwards Nintendo still is in the year 2022, this happened in 2022, just so you guys know. In the year 2022, I don't know what does. Like, look, I get a lot of things why they've done certain things. You know, companies hate piracy. which is why they have lock-on chips on some. They had lock-on chips on a lot of their games. People they wanted to stick to tradition, which is why they still stuck with cartridges on the N64, less loading times or even no loading times. But every step forward they take 5 steps backwards. It's like, okay, you gave us a Nintendo 64, but you're still using cartridges, which holds less data from that time than a CD. It's like, okay, you gave us the Wii, but you're approving too many shovelware titles. It's like, okay, you're still giving us Pokemon games, but the quality is going downhill since,
I will say the
don't know.
shovelware thing is probably because they were trying to emulate the success of the PS2.
Yeah.
And they were just approving as
but
many
even
third-party
then-
games as possible.
Yeah, but even then the PS2 didn't have as much shovelware as the Wii did. Keep in mind, people
dude.
Well,
Are you
but
gonna
even-
fucking say that?
I don't know.
Oh, dude,
I don't know about that.
Dude,
Well, think of it like this.
that's a bad
Think about it
take,
like
dude.
this.
That's a bad take right there,
That
dude.
is kind of a bad take.
Okay,
It's
it's like
a bad
this.
take,
If you
man.
look
The
at
Guys,
cringe,
guys.
bro. Cringe.
Guys,
like
I don't
this.
mean to disturb you, but my Space Invader has come back.
It's like this, man.
Dude,
I
are
get
we
it. I
turning
get you a
into Silent
PS2
Rob
and I
now?
get you a Wii. How many shovelware games?
We need
are
to
you gonna
explain to
see?
Asa what my Space Invader is.
It's his dog.
Dog.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
it's like-
I have 2 Space Invaders, and they've been invading the entire time.
She's a pit bull.
Oh, Rob does not want to hear that.
What?
Well, Silent Rob, he makes a joke constantly about pit bulls eating babies and always attacking people.
No.
Yeah.
But my pit
Now, he
bull's
makes-
a
he
big
makes it sound
baby.
funnier.
She wouldn't eat another baby.
Yeah, he makes them sound funnier. So,
I'll eat a baby.
What I'm trying to say is,
We're gonna pretend
Well,
you didn't
Nintendo-
say that, Ben.
well, like-
Anyway, moving on to the next topic.
Okay, so Gizmo,
I was
Gizmo, I have to say this: the list of PS2 games on, in all regions from A to Z, 4,379. Guess how many there are for the Wii?
How many?
1,648.
Yep, thought so.
Hey, Asa, what do you think of Star Raptor?
Our Raptor.
Yeah, aka Best Regional Bird.
Sure. I could go with that.
Okay,
All right,
who is your
let me
pick
finish
for
this
actual
topic,
Best Regional Bird?
Let me finish this topic.
Probably
by
Star
saying-
Raptor, actually.
Okay.
Let me finish this topic by saying this. We all love Nintendo games. We all love Nintendo as a company to a certain extent, right? They gave us the GameCube, we gave us the Wii, the Game Boy, DS, so on and so forth, right? Mario, Link, Zelda.
Silent
But at the
Rob
same
hates
time,
GameCube, though.
right?
Who?
But
I don't know why he does though.
it's another small YouTuber. You might like him, you might not. That depends on your taste. But anyhow, as
Nobody's a
Nintendo-
smaller YouTuber than me.
Uh,
The smallest
us.
here.
We are the smaller YouTubers than you.
Yeah, you
I'm
literally
the smallest
have.
and the biggest
Yeah, I could've-
YouTuber here.
I
Yeah.
am
We have the
I-
smallest YouTube channels here.
I am in this chat, therefore.
So, as much as we love Nintendo in the past,
Yeah,
present,
Asa, you
we
got
need-
12K subs.
Yeah,
Okay.
what about? what
You're
about-
bigger. You're
And out of
you're
those,
mu-
maybe two of those watch me.
You've
He
still
even made
got
a
more people
30
watching your
about his
stuff than we do.
at some point.
yeah.
Well, here's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have to start
Nintendo-
advertising our thing then on my channel.
Here's what I'm
Hey,
trying to
that's
say about,
fine. That's entirely fine. Fine if you want to do that.
We need to make a commercial together and put it on my channel.
oh
We can
yeah,
Hey,
just
give
do
us
a
a budget.
highlights
We'll
video.
do that.
Of us watching Casino
No,
Royale,
we'll do it.
and all of us
green
slowly losing
screen.
our
No,
minds.
no.
Slowly
No, we'll
losing
do
our
a
minds.
green
Yeah.
screen video.
Do a highlight. Do a video where I'm just do. The highlight has to be me quoting the lyrics of "Dreams of an Absolution." I don't know what I was thinking doing that.
No,
What's
no,
the
no.
next-
I understand
the-
why. It made some level of sense in that it was not connected to anything else that was going on in the film, much
Just
like
basically what
everything
was
else
happening.
that was going on in the film.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, let's go on to the next topic.
Let me finish
Yes.
the topic by
Yes,
saying that
next topic. Next
What's the next
topic.
topic?
Gizmo.
Next.
I was
Yes.
trying to.
Thank you. Next.
All right. Jerema's Big Adventure 2 has been announced.
What?
A free-to-play video game based off the famous YouTuber streamer Jerema.
And nobody cares. Next.
I am going to talk about this. I'm going to read this entire game page and no one will stop me.
Oh,
Whether we like it or not.
Uh-oh, the viewers are dropping. Become renowned
Where's
funny man
Finch
live
to
streamer
love?
Jerema985 in this upcoming free genre
You
jumping
know the-
adventure. It is up
So-
to you to appease the restless live chat audience and climb your way to internet clown fame. Hop between multiple in-universe video games, including snippets from the RPG Paper Jerema and the psychological horror game Peep the Horror. To quench the ravenous hunger of the chat, hijinks will ensue.
By the way, Asa, did you know that I have an entire text chat dedicated to the debate of whether or not Alex will actually play Pokemon Gen 3?
I'm done with Pokemon after I'm done with this game. I'm gonna take a nice long sabbatical. I'm gonna play something I actually fucking like.
I can't
I thought
believe
you
you're
liked
torturing
Pokemon.
yourself with Pokemon when you're not a Pokemon fan.
I like Pokemon.
He only played Gen 1.
Yeah.
Oh. So you like
it's funny, I wanna
pure,
mention-
unadulterated,
He's a Gen 1-er.
unaltered, pure first gen.
So
First
Alex was a
generation.
Gen 1-er.
The first generation that is so busted that you could win the game just with a Kadabra.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's I want to talk about something funny
Or
here.
a Blastoise.
Even
you
as a
mean our-
Germa fan,
Oh.
I don't care. Yeah, DZD. Yeah.
No, no,
What's
no.
what's our next-
Alex, you'll find this funny. Remember that green screen video, Jerema, that hours of long stuff of him doing stuff
Oh, yeah.
with on a green screen? The game uses exclusively that for the Jerema model.
Huh.
And
Okay.
it's funny because it switches between gameplay. So one, you'll be doing like this Paper Mario clone. Next, you'll be in this first-person horror game. And then next, you'll be gambling with a rat.
And next you'll be doing the Monster Mash.
God
You're
damn it,
close. He
Kevin.
drives in another game. He drives a clown car, throwing pies at houses.
Okay.
Four people watching. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, literally. That's the point of the game, to get more viewers.
And I'm one of them. Sadly.
The game
Yeah.
will also be free to play on
Most
Steam.
of the people watching this
year.
stream are in fact people in the audience.
Literally.
Who are hosting it, rather.
But yeah, the game
And the
will
audience is
be
redundant.
free
What the
to
fuck am I
play,
talking
just
about?
like the first game. The first game is also a masterpiece. You guys should play it. It's called Jerema's Big Adventure. Go on Steam, play it. It's free.
Anyway,
free
let's
play
move
it.
on to let's move on to the next topic.
Agreed. The next topic is Mallrats 2 gets exciting update from Kevin Smith. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we don't care.
It's
Mallrats.
Kevin Smith. I'm not going to watch it. I didn't watch
Mallrats.
I didn't watch
Cool.
Clerks. I didn't watch the newest Clerks, and I don't intend to watch the newest
Clerks 1
Mallrats.
was great. Clerks 2 is really, really odd. Clerks 3, I heard, just getting very, very mixed reception.
And it's just woke. I mean, Kevin Smith has lost the plot a long time ago. So
Yeah, I was
fuck
in
You
a
know, the
him.
worst part is...
I was
you
actually
wanna know
in
what
a
the worst
movie
part
with
is,
Jeremy London.
Asa?
What?
I was in a
Asa, you
movie
want to know
with
what
Jeremy London.
Oh, cool.
Really?
All right,
You know
so-
how... Oh, Asa, you know what ended up aging very poorly after me finding out that Kevin Smith was kind of this woke Nimrod?
yeah, what aged poorly?
His appearance in the Judas Contract movie.
Ah,
I forgot he was in that.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he it's like he literally voiced himself in the interviewing Beast Boy. Oh, yeah, at the end of the film.
Jeez.
It was a nice scene and all, but Kevin
Yeah.
Smith was the worst part of that scene.
And Kevin Smith is now the worst part of everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kevin Smith ruined Masters of the Universe.
Yes,
Oh,
we
Yeah,
did.
Asa and I
Fuck
actually watched
Don't
it
even get
together.
me.
Liar.
Next topic before I go
Oh,
on a
wait.
2-hour rant.
Oh, I've already
Yes.
been on
Stop,
that
hang on.
rant.
Did we hang on, guys. Did we talk about the Rayman 4 source code being leaked?
No, we did not.
Did we?
Oh,
Four?
okay. So remember the original Wii trailer for Rayman 4 with the evil rabbit invaders and Rayman punching the shit out of all of them?
Oh no, that was just Rayman Raving Rabbids, without
No.
the Rayman.
No. What? I know there was a minigame collection, but there was an original trailer. It was going to be this big platformer for the Wii, and then they canceled it. Well,
in favor of
the-
Rayman Raving Rabbits.
Favor of Rabbids.
That wasn't what it was called. It was called Rayman 4. Raving Rabbits was the minigame that replaced the canceled platformer.
Yeah, that's what I
Fuck them.
said.
Fuck those
Oh,
Rabbids.
okay.
Money bread.
So the source code for Rayman 4 has been fully leaked. All of it.
Oh.
Including the forest where you saw Rayman running around.
Oh.
There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of stuff that was leaked from this, including a dancing ability.
You want to know what the worst? Oh, by the way, speaking of so since this is 2023, I think in a little while the Teen Titans animated series will be
I'll be right
A20.
Mm-hmm. Thank you,
That's-
Kevin. I now feel perpetually old.
Oh, come on! You never grew up on that stuff. I did.
Dude,
What?
Dude,
I'm
I
the 40.
still read the
I'm the guy
fucking
who's
comics.
44. I'm the guy who's 44 in here.
I don't
No,
believe
no, no.
you. You're
Yeah, no,
clearly
here's the-
15.
No. Here's the thing, Asa. It's like Alex is trying to tell me that he's old just for knowing that, but
The fuck?
I'm like, you didn't even grow up on this. I did. If
Wait,
anyone
who grew up on
feels
what?
on
Grew
the
up on
03 Teen
The
Titans,
OG Teen Titans.
I grew up on Transformers and Thundercats, so yeah.
I grew up on reruns of Thundercats.
I grew
Me
up on reruns of
too!
Masters of the Universe and the She-Ra show.
Yeah,
I grew up on Spider-Man and Sailor Moon.
I had
God.
the only exposure to Sailor
Hey,
Moon I ever
sing-
had were VHS tapes of that show.
Sing,
that's how we
sing
grew
the
up with it.
theme song to She-Ra and the Princesses of Power.
She-Ra.
You fucking can't.
Oh yeah,
I
Sailor Moon.
I can
yeah.
recite the I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is
Fabulous
Cringer,
secret-
my fearless
Cringer.
friend.
This is
Fabulous secret powers were revealed
real
to
to
me.
me the day I held aloft my sword.
Magic sword, and said,
Sang,
by the power of Grayskull.
"Oh come on!"
Of the power.
See, I was
Oh,
talking
come
about a
on.
Netflix
He-Man
show.
saying,
Come on, Asa.
Cringer
I was
became
leading-
the mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only a few others share this secret. Our friends, the Sorceress, Man-at-Arms, and Orko. Together we defend Castle Grayskull from the evil forces of Skeletor.
Asa has probably watched He-Man.
Asa, I was literally trying to lead into the Fabulous Secret Powers video.
And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh god.
I say,
I think we're starting to look like Ben, guys.
I fucking love that
I wake
video.
up in the morning and I step outside and I take
Come
a
on,
deep breath and I
Skeletor.
get real high and I scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on?
So I grew up on that shit, motherfuckers.
I wasn't asking
Asa,
you to
you
sing the
really
original.
watched
I watched
I
He-Man
was
more
asking you
times
to
watched
sing
the
the
than I
Guys,
Netflix
watched
can we
version.
go to
He-Man.
the next topic?
Funny thing
Or
about
get back on
Orko,
topic?
I
We
always
haven't
thought
even
that
talked
Orko
about
was
Rayman
related to
4.
All right, guys. Let Ben have the floor. Come on.
No,
So,
my
this
floor.
is a very similar situation to Duke Nukem Forever because the source code for that was fully leaked last year. Nitty gritty of it including the pornos left on the files.
Hail to the queen, baby.
Well, there's
Take
no
me
point
up
on the
your
Rayman
ass.
4 files, but
Bulge.
you get the point. Everything's laid and bare. It makes me wonder how long until fans start to finish the game themselves.
Make a better version of it? Absolutely.
Like no, like finish Rayman 4.
And make a better version of it. Yes, leave it to the fans.
Better
That will
version.
happen.
They never released Rayman 4 to begin with.
Well, hold on. Let the fans make it, but don't have them announce it. That's how Nintendo always tracks them down, as well as Hasbro.
Yeah.
Nintendo didn't make the game.
No, but they always take down fan projects, so they better be careful.
Nintendo has no authority over
so does
Rayman. What are you
Enix, by the
talking
way.
about?
When fans made freaking their own versions of Chrono Cross.
Trigger.
Yeah, that was Square
Chrono
Enix.
Trigger
Square Enix
Crimson
is
Echoes,
also
that was a
big.
good game. From what I played
Yep.
of it.
Yeah, exactly. The fans sometimes are better than the. I mean, fans made a better freaking mother than Nintendo released. So.
All right.
By nature of having a release, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
By nature of giving us what we want.
Yes.
We want Mother 3 on something. God damn it! I don't. Oh,
if it wasn't for the fans, we would never get all the Mother that we've.
Hi,
managed
I'm
to
Reggie
get.
Fiame, here to announce that Mother 3 is coming to the United States of America.
Okay, no, I
exclusively
want to
for
talk
the Virtual
about that.
Boy 2.
Nintendo
What do you
is
expect?
not going to know.
That should
No,
tell you
hang on.
everything. Nintendo is not ruled by. It's ruled by Bowser now.
Anyway,
Nintendo's never going to fucking do Mother 3. And that's because the LGBT community would have a fucking fit over some of the shit that game has. Nintendo's too stubborn to actually change it.
including the Bad Gypsies.
Don't play it then. The problem solved.
No, they're still gonna bitch about it. They don't play the game. That's the thing. They'll bitch
Exactly.
about it.
They
They
don't
never
play
play
the
it.
game, so why they got to complain about?
Not like
Exactly.
the Bad
Because
Gypsies
they hate
last
it.
long in the
Yeah,
game.
they hate it. They don't play. You're not gonna play it.
Yeah, I know,
Exactly.
but they're still
This
gonna
is the
bitch
same
about
shit
it.
This is the same
They're
shit.
still gonna
that
bitch
Urban
about it.
School-
And here's the funny thing: that those particular elements, and anyone who's played the game, well, you know, if you know, you know. Nintendo has considered making the translation for the game during the Wii U era after he said some Earthbound Origins. However, because of those elements, they decided to scrap the whole thing altogether.
That's
So-
stupid.
Fuck that, man. The Wii U era was the worst for that kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
That's why people hated the.
I think that's why
Fire
Nintendo
Emblem
just
fucking
scrapped it because they didn't. I think another reason Nintendo scrapped it, or at least in my opinion, is that they don't trust their localization team, especially
Yeah,
the
that's
creator of
good.
Earthbound.
Here's
Or Mother. It's technically the creator of Mother, since Earthbound's the American name.
There's two
All
things
right.
you gotta bring up with Mother 3, and that's the translation team and Urban's.
Kevin.
Why am I bringing these two up specifically?
What?
Because
My giant stone penis is trying to learn Harden.
Oh God.
Don't let them learn it. Don't let them learn it.
let him learn.
Agreed.
No!
Harden,
Agreed.
harder.
Don't let
Guys,
it
we're
work.
gonna get
If
canceled
you let
because
them
we made
learn
a
it, you're
sex
gay,
joke.
Alex.
By the way,
You are gay
Alex,
if you let them learn it.
I've got bad news for your giant
Oh, and I
stone
just
penis.
used the word sex, so
Here's-
Yeah, Kevin.
What?
There's a reason.
Okay, it doesn't evolve unless you have a metal coat and you trade it.
Lame.
Here's a
And
reason why I
unfortunately
bring up,
And unfortunately, on emulators, it's kind of difficult to trade your Pokemon.
I wonder if there's
unless
a
you
cheat.
have Parsec.
Hang on, I have cheats. Search for
It's
cheats.
cheap.
Well, what I was trying to say was there's a reason why I specifically bring up the translation team for the Wii and the Wii U era and
Aren't those the same
Urbans.
people
So for those who
who
don't know, Urbans was an independently made project, and along with the pilot, there was going to be like a few episodes and a game based off of it. All we got was one pilot, some bitching on Tumblr, and a card game, which was really fucking odd. Here, the full story is that Urbans was supposed to be about how there was a virus going around when people had heterosexual banging, and because of that, the LGBT community got pissed off, thinking that they were going to try and do this whole segregation of heterosexual of homosexuals, except it's reversed, making them heterosexuals instead, which is why a lot of the stuff got banned from Tumblr about Urbans. It was gonna have like mystery action. It looked like a steampunk kind of thing. People bitched that all the voice actors were white. Who fucking cares?
Jesus
And
Christ.
because of all that controversy, all future plans were canceled.
Oh my god.
Despite the pilot only showing certain things for split second without an explanation or enough of an explanation, because again, this is just a
Without
pilot.
any
And the
explanation.
LGBT community thought that this was going to be bad just because the story said you couldn't have heterosex or whatever the fuck. And now I bring up the translation team in the Wii U era. You remember the Fire Emblem Shin Megami Tensei game that came out?
Oh yeah, Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Right, Tokyo Mirage Sessions for the Wii U. That got panned like to hell because of what the translation team did. So originally, a lot of the female main characters had modeling jobs, gravure idols, whatever the fuck you call them in Japan, but they changed that to make them more fully clothed. Now just being regular ass clothing models. They censored a lot of the female outfits. They replaced a lot of the dialogue with all this Gen Z meme-ish bullshit. It was to the point where it was ridiculously censored, and like there's a wedding dress, right? Like you're gonna see some cleavage, some arm, neck, whatever, like all wedding dresses, right? They literally covered her from the neck down with that dress, so now it just looks like she's got body paint on some of those areas. And keep in mind, one of the guys involved in that translation was bitching about pedophilia and shit, and in his library of PC games was a sex simulator of an Attack on Titan girl character.
Which one?
The black hair one, I think. I forgot her name was, but apparently, yeah, I think she was 15, so she bitched about pedophilia in games, even though he's banging a girl of the same age. That's kind of hypocritical, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was a little off, because not only are you going to bitch about us about, regional differences about what's appropriate and what's not, you're going to go behind our backs and start fucking a digital girl that's around the same age as that character you're trying to cover up. Go fuck yourself. Now, there's a reason why I bring Urbans in this up. Both of these have had controversy of similar design, which is why I say either of these could have been successful if people would have just left them the fuck alone. Just translate the game as it should have been. Don't worry about regional differences. Give us what we wanted. Nobody would have cared. But here's what made that game a bigger problem. They decided to get that Wii U game, port it to the Switch, and then say that's the main game you're getting, and that's it. It was to the point where the Japanese gamers said, no, we're not having this bullshit, and went to get the Japanese Wii and the Japanese version of that game and say, no, we want this instead. It was to the point Japanese gamers actually bought a Wii U to get the unchanged versions in Japan. With Urbans, that could have been successful too if the LGBTQ community and the Tumblr community would have just shut their fucking mouths and waited for the series to actually happen before saying that this was homophobia.
Everything is homophobia, Gizmo.
Everything is homophobia. Everything is pedophilia. The thing,
everything is racist. Everything is
game could have been successful if people would have just shut their fucking mouths and let these two be. Don't go to me about pedophilia when you're banging 15-year-olds in virtual reality. Don't go to me about homophobia when you're the one that brought it up and you're not even going to watch the damn show. We could have had Urbans. We could have had a proper Shin Megami Fire Emblem, whatever the fuck game. Instead, we get a botched translation job that's ported to the Switch.
Ahead of time. Otherwise, we'll just go, well, the cheat day's today.
and we just get Urbans, the pilot of what could have been.
Honey, if you're given to every temptation.
Anyway,
That's why I think it's really weird that the LGBTQ anything is brought up for Mother 3. They're not going to play it. Why should they bitch? If they're not going to
Because
play
they
it,
want
why
to
are they
feel like
gonna-
they've actually done something in their pathetic fucking
Well,
lives.
they haven't.
They're
It's been
just like
shown
invisible screen.
It's been shown that they don't touch these kind of products. They don't read comics. They don't play video games. They certainly don't watch movies, and they don't watch anime or read the mangas. They have no room to bitch about things that they're not going to consume. If you're a vegan,
Yeah, this is why we need gatekeeping. So, BT Underdog, if you're watching this is why we need gatekeeping. Go fuck yourself.
I eat a burger and I see a guy that's vegan, and I just happen to don't like vegan food. I'm not going to say, "Oh, I was going to meat substitute for this." I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave him alone. I'm not going to be like, "Oh, why isn't there a meat option for this vegan burger?" This offends me as a meat eater. No, I just leave him alone.
Necessarily.
I'm not going to eat it.
now my
But I can get you casino
Which is why
brownies.
nobody of any group, LGBT or BLM or whatever the fuck kind of group, should be bitching about these products if they're not going to get them in the first place.
right. So anyway,
All right.
yeah, I think it's time we moved on.
That's
Yeah,
why
we need to get to the final topic of the night, and that is with the Buffalo Bills' Damar Hamlin, who was injured in the first quarter of the Bills-Bengals game. A statement was released by the NFL that says tonight's Buffalo Bills Bengals game has been postponed after Buffalo Bills Damar collapsed. NFL Commissioner Rogers announced.
Jamie and
Hamlin received immediate medical attention on the field by team and independent medical staff and local paramedics. He was then transported to the local hospital where he is in critical condition. Our thoughts are with Damar and the Buffalo Bills. We will provide more information as it becomes available. There's footage that you can find of an ambulance driving onto the field. So that's pretty scary. Reminds me of an interesting story though. There was one point when I was like 5 or 6 years old, I had to be hospitalized because my lungs collapsed or clogged. Both of them. I could not breathe. And I remember as they were escorting me into the hospital, because side by side, they were also escorting me with a football player who got badly hurt on the field. And I just kind of waved him and he waved back. I don't remember what his name was. My dad knows, but I don't know.
I'm gonna head on out, guys. I'll see you guys
I
later.
just want to talk
Thank
to
you
the
for
guy.
joining us,
Till
Asa.
next time.
man.
Thanks for joining us.
Take care, folks.
See you on Friday if you are able to.
Hell yeah, that sounds like fun.
Aren't you gonna say the thing? Asa,
Say the thing. Oh, till next time, dear viewer.
Yeah, that.
Till next time, dear viewers.
Until next time, dear viewers, fuck off.
This guy has a better
That should
tagline
become our
than me.
catchphrase at the end of every video.
Till next time, dear viewers, fuck off.
I'm trying to find a.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find something that'll let me evolve my Pokemon.
That's up there. That's up there with.
can't evolve it.
That's up there with. That's all I've
Alex-
got for you today. Go away now.
Yeah.
Until
Alex,
next time.
you got you need a metal coat.
At the zoo.
You need a metal coat in order to evolve on it next into a Steelix,
Basic
and you need to trade him.
Yeah, but I was trying to see if there was a cheap way to do it, and there's not.
No.
Okay, so
You might as well give up on that endeavor, or if you're planning on keeping the Onyx, just go right ahead.
okay,
And with
so Rocky can't learn more than 4 moves. What should I? Should I
don't learn Harden. No,
Don't learn Harden.
Don't learn Harden. You don't want to harden your rock penis.
Yeah,
You
it's already too hard as it is. Anyways, I'm gonna have to go, guys. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Yep, see you.
Wait,
Have a
who's
great
leaving?
one, Alex.
I'm mostly just gonna be grinding since this is
Yeah. I'm probably
Then-
gonna go too, since I do need to disconnect.
Yeah.
Damn, after Asa leaves, everybody's leaving.
Oh
Yep.
my god! It's like
Well, there's-
it's like he.
It's
So-
like a slate or something. Bye.
So as soon as wait, hold on. And so as soon as I get this done, I'm gonna end the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, and that means we can
Alright.
say all the dirty words we want.
Page grew to level 32. Needs another
Like-
level.
Booger, and, what else?
Ogre. You have to pronounce it right. Bye, DCD. We'll see you later. You have to
There you
pronounce ogre right.
Yeah.
Pronounce
Yeah,
it.
it's like Asa
The
and
original
the
Ogre.
stream is linked. Their life forces are linked.
And
if Asa
don't
leaves, the
mistake us
stream
for the
is done.
fucking orcs.
Oh, we're not live anymore. I can say the word.
No.
Naive!
All right, let me just export this.
Oh yeah, here's some news that I think is pretty funny. Well, not haha funny.
Oh,
it's
we
just
missed
odd.
one.
You missed a few.
We
Well,
missed some news?
Yeah,
we kind of
like
skipped those.
Maverick officially ends
Ew.
2022 as #1 movie at the box office.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Good. That's a good
Good.
movie. Original Toy Story director reportedly very critical of the Lightyear movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
we already know that.
I didn't.
It's the sky high.
Well, anyway, my stream is over, so